The Dream Man Podcast, with me, Danny Beardsley, and my co-host, who's just dislocated his shoulder. Dan. Dude, how are you feeling?
Partially dislocated.
I mean, if anybody is going to do that, it's you.
I felt like I should have been in more pain. I wasn't in pain with it, but I feel like I should have been in more pain if it was...
Well, I know you've been uncomfortable.
It's been horrible.
You must have a high pain threshold.
It's all the painkillers I'm on.
Okay. Absolutely drowning in painkillers.
Just to get through life, mainly. But I think I must have done it at the gig we went to, Danny.
Oh, nice. Nice little segue there.
We went to see, where was it? Birmingham.
Yes. King's Heath?
King's Heath, correct. And we saw This Will Destroy You.
Indeed.
Another instrumental band I've put you through, Danny.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a great set.
Really good, wasn't it?
Yeah, really good. And there was a couple of bands on first as well.
Austin TV, the one that had the...
garb.
I mean, I was going to say full head garb, but it was full body garb, wasn't it?
Yeah, full on.
They were really good. They were my rotation now.
You bought a T-shirt as well?
I bought a T-shirt. It had a strange... what would you call it on the back, creature-wise? It was like one of those...
A Kleb light.
A clever lie. It was like one of those creatures we made up in a previous episode, Danny.
Yeah, it is.
It had bits of everything kind of going off, didn't it? So really good show. Great venue as well.
Really good sound.
Incredible sound. Yeah. It was just the right size, I think. So it wasn't too big, wasn't too small, just like perfect for audio enjoyment.
What was that band in the middle? There was that one from Scotland, wasn't there? I enjoyed that.
Yeah, there was like two names, wasn't it? Someone and someone.
That's brilliant.
Let's call them McDonald. They were Scottish, weren't they? So McDonald and... Give me a McDonald and Braveheart. There we go. But that was just a drum and bass, drum and guitar, wasn't it? So...
Yeah, the drummer was incredible.
And for the first time ever, I saw a big spiral cymbal.
Yeah, well, I've never seen that before.
It made a nice noise, though.
It's like a snake.
Yeah, like, what was it, about 6 foot tall?
Yeah.
And it like a splash, was it? Like a splash sound, almost?
Right, I mean, we were taking the piss a little bit, like, yeah, as if that's going to do anything. But it was actually quite effective.
He was an incredible drummer.
Yes.
I think This Will Destroy You's drummer was shown up by him, to be honest.
Yeah, I think he would have shown up many drummers. I'm just saying. He was very gifted.
He was very, very gifted.
Yeah. Back late, though. Flipping out.
Yeah. We got lost on the way to... Well, we didn't get lost.
We called in at McDonald's, didn't we, for sustenance?
Well, you wanted some fries.
I did want some fries. And you had a burger of some kind.
A cheeseburger or something? I don't know.
Yeah. We normally, when we're on a car journey, we play a game in the car now where Dan puts on his playlist, and then we have to kind of guess what the song is without looking at the screen. And then Dan doesn't touch the screen. He is concentrating on driving. He's a very responsible driver.
Am I? Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
So I will check and see what the...
I do pretty well normally on it, don't I?
Yeah. I mean, most of it is in your playlist, so...
I've not added them, though.
No.
It's a randomly generated playlist.
Yeah, it's clever. So...
How have you been, dude? Not dislocated anything?
No, I've not dislocated anything, no.
Coffee chat?
Coffee chat.
I guess dreaming on the ground with a coffee in hand. Caffeine Wonderland.
Right, what we got today? So this looks like a standard coffee.
It's a Tesco Finest.
Is it?
Blood orange and caramel.
That's it. I'm not getting any blood orange or caramel. You know what I'm getting?
Coffee. I know, it's bullshit, innit?
You know what also I'm getting? Caffeine. I need it. I'm feeling it today. But it's nice, isn't it? I mean, it's a pleasant cup of coffee, Danny.
Indeed.
I don't know if I want to say any more than that, really. I think that will do.
Yeah. It's what we need before our next interview.
Indeedly, we've got another one later, haven't we?
It's relentless.
So who have we got on the podcast today, Danny?
What have you been listening to?
Oh.
You've jumped ahead. Come on, Dan, what have you been listening to?
Right, I've been listening to some random stuff, really. So I've been listening to Toto 4.
Oh, okay.
The album by Toto.
Yeah.
Just like cheesy. Cheesy? Not really cheesy, are they? They are cheesy at times. Love songs, basically.
Okay.
But prog love songs.
What was that song? One of them you said it was sampled in a a dance song and I didn't realise I'd heard it.
Won't Hold You Back.
Yeah. I mean, Lukather's voice is really good, isn't
It's in the Roger Sanchez, I think it was, back in like the 2000s.
Oh. I've never really been into that
His
kind of
voice
scene.
is incredible, though.
Yeah, it's dead soulful and
Very soulful.
wonderful.
And what have you been listening to, Danny?
Dude, I've been listening to some Bill Murray.
The actor?
No.
I recommended you before, haven't I?
So I did start out listening to the latest album, but the production was...
Too polished?
It was weird, if I'm honest. It was ever so weird.
So what did you go back to?
American Motorsports.
What year was that?
2024. It's one on the front with a lawnmower.
He releases one every year, pretty much.
Does it?
So
yeah, you know what? He's quite a pleasant listen.
yeah,
but
it's an easy listening.
There's a formula.
They're all the same song.
Yeah.
Sorry, Bill Murray.
There's like some big riff, quite groovy.
Some
verse.
poppy bits in there.
But yeah, it's
very enjoyable though. It's a very easy listen. It's like you don't want to think about anything. You don't want to have to go through any disturbing chords or challenging key changes.
No, it's all. And what I was listening to was very much in one key.
It's all in one key.
Yeah,
probably the same key.
Yeah, and he's by all accounts, he's very successful. So he's doing something right.
Yeah, they spotted Sleep Token, I think, last year, didn't they, on the UK
that would
tour?
Fit. That would fit, wouldn't it?
It would fit, yeah. It's a good fit.
Yeah.
Not really the same kind of band, but it fits with that vibe, I think.
Will it blend? Yes. Yes, it will.
Blended. It did blend. Right, is there anything else we normally do in this intro? Because we've not recorded one for a long time.
No, but we should probably crack on because this is a fucking massive interview.
Oh, yes.
It's dead long.
Oh, I've just realised I've just took the piss out of Scottish surnames, and this guy is Scottish, isn't he?
No, he's Welsh.
Keep that in.
Sorry, Darren.
I know, I can remember that. He had an accent.
We had a conversation about him being Welsh, so you just completely forgot.
It's the painkillers.
But we have to keep the episode to below... Was it 3 hours? So
yeah, 3 hours.
Yeah, this is a long one.
Which we learnt recently.
And you know what? Darren is such a great guy. He's such a talent, and he is hilarious.
It's very funny. We really enjoyed this episode.
Yeah.
And just, should we give a spoiler warning? There is some rule breaks.
Yeah.
Quite early on.
An extreme amount of...
Yeah, early on and consistently.
Well, I do believe him. I think it was unintentional.
I don't. Completely intentional.
Well, you're going to have to take it up with Darren.
Darren, you took the piss out of us. Yeah. But don't worry, we'll take the piss out of you in the outro.
Right, let's crack on.
Enjoy.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Dude.
Right, dude.
What's going on?
Oh my God, it looks like a spaceship behind you. What the hell?
Pretentious bollocks is what it is. Lack of talent.
There's a lot of cables there.
There is a lot of cables. Do you know what? Cables cost more than the gear. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, the bastards, the cable companies.
They are bastards. It's cost me thousands of pounds cables out over the years, and it's pissing me off. And what do you get out of it?
The ability to connect things together.
Sound.
Things all right?
Yeah, good, thanks, dude. You're all right.
Yeah, this is going to be confusing because you were Danny and you were Dan then, eh?
Yeah, so you could just say Dan and then either of us will respond, I guess.
One of us will respond, yeah.
That's really awkward, though. That's really awkward, if you don't mind me saying.
Yeah, you should rename.
No, you should rename.
One of you should have done something. Like, one of you must have a nickname, surely.
You call me twat often enough.
I can get on board with that.
I was born first, so you know.
Okay,
you should relinquish the Daniel name.
Okay. Should we start with gentle introductions?
Gentle introductions, yes. Go for it, Danny.
I'm Danny,
and I'm Dan. There we go.
So have I got to introduce myself now?
You have.
Just introduce yourself to our listeners.
I'm Darren.
Hi, Darren. Who do you play for, Darren?
I knew you'd ask for context.
Yeah, some context would be
My
helpful.
name's Darran, and I play for Godsticks.
Hey.
Wicked.
My sins.
It was a pleasure supporting you at the Old Citation in Nottingham. And I remember that the first words that were exchanged between us when I asked you whereabouts you guys were from, and you responded with, "Are you taking the piss?"
Well, that's a fair enough question, because I've listened back to myself, even with interviews like this, and you wouldn't understand because you're both English, but I feel as thick as shit just listening back to myself, because it's an awful accent, it really is an awful accent. So when someone asks, where are you from? It is, are you taking the piss, basically.
I actually really like the Welsh accent.
I like it.
Well, do you know what? That's the most patronising thing I've ever heard. It's condescending. It's like everyone says, I really like the Welsh accent. Yeah.
Well, we haven't got an accent. We're incredibly dull and vanilla.
Pretty plain, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can express yourself intelligibly, can't you? That's one of the benefits of having a nondescript accent, is people can understand it, at least.
Have you ever
I
thought...
can't pronounce vowels or consonants, which is a sort of disability.
Have you thought about speech therapy?
I have really thought about speech therapy, but I have thought about, just learning to pronounce words correctly. But then you'd feel like a bit of a fraud. It's like if you put on an accent, then, right, you'd feel like a bit of a fraud, wouldn't it?
True.
So if I tried to speak correctly, I would genuinely feel like a bit of a fraud trying to be someone I'm not. So that's the only reason I continue to sound as stupid as I do.
You do not sound stupid.
Yeah, you do.
Plus, I mean, it's a well-known fact that everyone from Wales can sing.
There's plenty of evidence to the contrary, to cheer you up, honestly. I might be right.
That's funny.
There's many examples. Muse from Wales. Are they Welsh?
No. Do you know what? There's not that many bands from Wales. People go, we've got some great bands. No, you got Stereophonics, and that's up for debate.
Tom Jones.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, now, when did Tom Jones emerge? 60 years ago, right? So we're still citing that as an example. Then you got Manic Street Preachers, and then one that you can't even name anymore. You can't even talk about Lost Prophets anymore.
No.
So that's gone. I wonder if Gary Glitter was Welsh. I bet he was Welsh. He was Welsh as well.
Charlotte Church? Charlotte Church?
Charlotte Church has got a banging voice.
Yeah. No?
Yeah.
No.
I'm not really a fan, although I am listening to pop stuff, but I'm not really a fan of operatic voices anyway, really.
Yeah.
I can't deny that they've, it's talented, I suppose, and you've got a great voice, but I don't like listening to it.
Fair play.
No.
Sounds like one of my reviews.
Oh, dear.
Dude, we've been listening to your latest release, Void, with Godsticks.
Oh, yeah.
And,
thanks. Sorry about that.
God, there's so many great riffs in it, dude.
Oh, thanks.
Yes. Like
we
really,
like riffs, don't we?
like non-obvious riffs that are still like catchy and groovy, and it just locks in really well with all the rhythm section, and then you've got these blazing guitar solos. I don't know who's playing the guitar solos, whether it's yourself or.
It depends. Were they any good?
Yeah, they're all.
They were mine.
They were all pretty.
They were
They were all
mine.
pretty sick.
Well, yeah, there's I don't know if that's a compliment when you got the riffs that. What did you refer to it as? What did you refer to my riffs as?
They're like non-obvious.
Non-obvious.
No, but I mean that in a good way, because it's so easy for riffs to become generic. So it's nice to hear refreshing riffs.
That's a better way of putting it.
It is strange. I suppose it's just as a result. I suppose we're all a sort of amalgamation of our influences. And I got this really bizarre, well, not bizarre, but I got quite an eclectic taste when it comes to, because I'm not really a big fan. This is the wrong podcast for me, I suppose, but I'm not that big a fan of guitar, really, as a rule. Just for riffs, though. But nothing does riffs better than guitar, does it? You can't argue with that. If you're gonna enjoy metal music, there's not that many, piano-led metal music. Although there is this Israeli guy. You probably heard of him. I'm trying to think of his name later on. Not Israeli, Iranian, I think.
Oh,
either way, but it's one of his biggest influences is Meshuggah. Believe it or not. So I'll send you, after this, I'll send you a link to this guy. You've bound to, in fact, I reckon you've heard him, but it is it is actually like he is the exception to the rule that we just said, which we just talked about, because his riffs are just, he's an unbelievable piano player. And like generally the band is like a 3-piece when they play live. I nearly went to see him live in London about a year ago, but I found out that he was just touring as a soloist, solo piano player. And I'm not watching solo piano. No matter how good you are, I'm not watching. I have a band. I want to watch a band, and that's that. Yeah. That's what you've got to see live. Otherwise, I'll just watch on YouTube or something. But this band of his, they're unbelievable. You're going to be shocked. You'll be 2 new fans by the end, especially because I know what music you're into, Danny, just having listened to your band. So yes. I guarantee that you'll like this. And you'll be learning the stuff on guitar as well, I reckon.
Oh, that sounds like a big challenge.
It's a bold claim. I'm starting to regret it already.
Awesome.
So, dude, we like to ask what your origin story is. What got you into music and what started Godsticks? Tell us a bit about yourself, mate.
I started... my old man got me into music, my dad. So that's, people describe their penis as their old man. Don't they?
We say old lad. I think that's a term
we say up there?
From the Midlands, yeah.
Well, usually down here we say like our mum and our dad, so like that's even more confusing, you know. But yeah, my dad got me into like music, I suppose music from a young age, because he always used to listen to like, so it wasn't called classic rock then, obviously, it was called rock back then. So I was brought up on Deep Purple and Rainbow. And then I found, you know, as I grew older, I found like loads of other, like every time I discovered a new art, like Malmsteen. Someone told me about Malmsteen, and I had a look in his record collection. He don't play a musical instrument or anything, my father, and he had a Malmsteen album in there. But he had everything, so he had Fleetwood Mac stuff in there. So like anything that you could possibly think of good music, he's sort of already possessed on vinyl and things like that. So he's the one who got me into, I suppose, guitar, and he bought me my first guitar. I remember 11 or 12, and I started having lessons with like this jazz teacher, and I always sort of like, and he was proper jazz. So like I hated every lesson. Like it was just, I just couldn't stand it. He used to try and teach me to sight read, and like it's the last thing you want, like as a 13-year-old, because that guy was sort of like into like hair rock at the time. So I loved Bon Jovi. That's what I was into at that time. And then I started to discover like Steve Vai, and I remember like. You were younger than me, so do you ever remember Troy Stetner's Speed Picking? There was this famous for my age, so I'm like 50 now. So like when I was growing up at about like in my teenage years, there was a guy called Troy Stetner, and he had Speed Picking, and like he was just the technique man at the time.
Oh wow, okay.
And I remember, and like because I was so naive, and I looked at, because I assumed like. As a guitar teacher, he'd be able to play. I remember just taking him, like, I said, "Oh, learn this for me and like show me it next week." And it was Flight of the Bumblebee, right? I couldn't. And that poor bastard, mind, he had a really good go at it, like the next week. And I remember, like, only like 20 years later, just thinking, "You piece of shit, making someone do that, like, you know, forcing someone to do that," because he didn't want to tell a kid, "Oh, you know,
no,
I can't play that." Yeah. No fucker can. You know? But yeah, so like I did that, and then I never really interested in being in a band till I didn't join a band until I was like 27. I think it was about 27, 28, because like all I wanted to do was just compose and have other people play the music. I really enjoyed. So like, you know, I started learning. I didn't learn piano, but I was learning to compose just with on, you know, notation and thing. Yeah. So like I had like one of the early DAWs was Cakewalk, which I still use. So you could score stuff in MIDI, you know, and they had a staff view. So I used to just write, just doing that, just scoring piano stuff, and I used to write piano pieces with it. I couldn't play it, and just because like I got into like Zappa when I was about 17, and that was the first thing I learned. You must be a Zappa fan, Danny. You must be a Zappa fan.
I'm a fan, but I've not listened to the entire back catalogue. I've just listened to the, you know.
Who has? It's about 90,000 albums. But like once you discover like there's certain, like, have you ever heard of the Black Page?
Yeah.
Well, that was the first thing I chose to transcribe on this MIDI thing. And I didn't have it on just through being just completely naive, thinking like, but that sort of like opened up a whole new world for me in terms of musical notation and rhythm and things like that, because I started to realise that these note groupings, I think, what's this like? And I started to understand, like, you know, groups of 5 and 5/2 and things like that, which was sort of like intriguing, and also well, it was intriguing, and it also sort of, much like a guitarist likes to learn jazz licks to show off, just having that kind of knowledge, you was thinking, oh, this is really, I could use this, and like there's not many uses for it really, but I did, you know, so I started learning how to, like, you know, group notes, and anyway, so that's sort of what I was, and I always planned to just one day give all of these pieces of music to like musicians, and then hope that they would play these compositions, and until I realised that they were insane compositions. So they genuinely were, like, you know, that was you see that in like early Godsticks stuff, really, where I'd go from idea to idea within like nothing. I didn't have, my first verses were never the same as the second verse. I hated repetition, but like it wasn't until later on I discovered that the reason I didn't like repetition is because I was like, you've probably done it, is like where you spend that long time on a piece of music, you start to lose all perception. You just think, oh, I'm bored of that bit now. So like, but I had like about 7 or 8 different songs in like 4 minutes. Like, so like that's what. But anyway, but so then I started to go to, when I was like, I always wanted to go to the Guitar Institute when I was young, and I had an audition to go there when I was about, I think it was about 18, and I got in. But I didn't go. But when I say I got in, they would have anyone. It was a lot of bollocks, right? They would have anybody, right? That's right. Because I thought it was like, you know, some like Berkeley or things like that. But it wasn't. It was they would have anyone. But that's not diminishing or you know, besmirching the quality of the education there. Because I eventually, even though I didn't go back then, when I was about 26, I started going part-time. So I was going like 2-3 days a week. Just travelling back and forth and just attending and sneaking into class as well. So I'd, because I had to pay for all the modules, you know, all the little bits. So that was the sort of turning point for me, because up until that point, all I was interested in was just like learn to play as fast as I could. Like we're all guilty of that.
We all do, don't we?
You still are, Danny. That's what I see. We're all still guilty of it. But I discovered like all different types of music. It's just a wide variety of music, because there was only they were all shredders in their own way, and that they were just incredibly technically capable, but it was in a different way. So like even to this day, like I consider those teachers down there an influence. Like they had a guy called Max Milligan, who just took the rhythm and blues class, and I couldn't stand. I still don't like blues now, really. If I'm being honest.
I'm with you. Blues,
I hate blues.
Yeah, so. Just you don't know, say it in public. No, that's the thing. You know, you dare not say it. But I don't care, obviously. But like what he did open me, even though I didn't like the blues, his blues rhythm playing was just it's just exceptional. Yeah. It was just unbelievable, the feel and everything. He played it all on this vintage Telecaster when I was there with an RG5, you know, an Ibanez RG570, thinking like, you know, I ain't been Telecaster, but it just completely changed my perception of music and everything. It was just, and then I just wanted to learn as much as I possibly could. Sort of like not necessarily put lead guitar to the back, but I realised how crap a player I was in a sense, because you forget. Like it wouldn't be so bad for you, I wouldn't have thought, but growing up in the 80s on guitar, no one was interested in rhythm guitar. Nobody. No. It was just, and any rhythm guitar was just power chords, and just no one was interested in it. Mm. And it was a kind of time where you just fast forwarded the song to the solo, like basically. I know, and honestly, it was genuinely was like that. And but that's what changed. That's what changed it all for me. So I started getting into like all fusion stuff and like all the like George Benson and just all of these different types of players, Larry Carlton and things like that.
Oh, class.
Started listening to Steely Dan. It just I wasn't interested as much then in the. I still love Lee because it was a guy you probably know, Sean Baxter, who used to write the guitar, because he's he's probably one of my. I'd probably say he's my biggest influence, because I used just from Guitar Techniques magazine. I used to love his columns because he'd always introduce me to like just weird. He's a good rhythm player, and he's also he does interesting things with arpeggios, and he does interesting things with like harmonic minor and melodic minor stuff, and stuff. But anyway, and his technique was amazing as well. So he was there for the lead stuff, but all these other guys I started to learn from. So when I finished doing stuff down there, I thought, I have to try and do something now, because they had a live performance workshop there. I was one of their things. I forced myself to do it because I didn't want to do it. I forced myself to do it. And I remember just like I snuck into this lesson as well. I didn't have to do it because like my entire life is forcing myself. It's just everything I do is to spite myself. It might sound funny, but it's 100% true. Every single thing I've done up until this point is to spite myself, because if I had my own way and listened to myself, I would just sit in a chair and decompose. I could eat Maltesers. That'd be it. It was true, and I might still, at some point I have set aside time to do that. I forced myself to go to the Guitar Institute because, I had I wasn't a confident player, anyway. And I hated playing in front of people. I really, even to this day, I really dislike playing in front of people. It's different in a band context. It's not the same, really. It's sort of like, you're not amongst friends necessarily, but you're sort of... You've got some comrades. You've got some comrades. You don't feel as so isolated. But playing in front of someone on there, I can't do it. But I had to force myself to do it then. So I had to force myself to do that live performance workshop. And I wouldn't necessarily say I enjoyed it, but I sort of got over that hurdle. And then sort of started chucking an ad in then. When I come back in the days where you didn't have you had the internet, but it wasn't as used as it was now. So you'd have to put in ads in the free ads. It was the internet, but you'd still use the free ads on the internet. Yeah. So your free ads, you don't use that anymore. They weren't Facebook Marketplace or anything. So I eventually found someone who was stupid enough to want to do the kind of music I did, because I was listing my influence. I want to do some fusion stuff. So my influences are Steely Dan, Frank Zappa, Steve Vai, and so and Mike Keneally, just nobody only an idiot would have replied to that ad, and an idiot did. Jason Marsh is the first bass player in Godsticks, so we put this covers band together, and our covers were ridiculous. Really, they were Boston Rain Melody by Steve Vai. Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
Loads of Frank Zappa stuff. In Chidner's R for You. Back in it was just weird, an Eric Johnson Manhattan. We did that. Yeah. It's all if you're going to go, it was just insane stuff. But you know what? Although it sounds that's impressive to do that, it wasn't, in a sense, because I put the bar that high, failing wasn't going to be that bad, was it? You know what I mean? It wouldn't have looked so bad, because so we eventually and it took about 8 drummers till we found someone, because none of them was.
It's always hard for a drummer.
Oh, exactly, and it's still a nightmare to this day. So I'm lucky to phone Tom. But anyway, so we managed to do 3 gigs with our band, with a band, Multi-Story Earthworm, we were called.
Oh, cool band name. Yeah, I like it.
We did Zappa stuff, Steve Vai stuff, and things like that. And then just drifted into doing original stuff then. Just me, just doing stuff on... I couldn't find this, because we wanted to do stuff with a singer. We couldn't find a singer, because they just... I didn't really want to... The less people, as you've discovered, and you were 3-piece, the less people you have to deal with, the better. Yeah. And that's life in general, anyway, as you probably know.
Top tip.
Yeah, there we go. End of podcast.
It's a hard thing to balance, isn't it? Because you don't want to do it solo, but then you want to be in a band, but you don't want too many people. So it leaves a very tight threshold to work between.
This is the best combination. Just 2 people for a podcast.
It is, and it was just me and Jason for the most part. So we were a 3-piece of them, but then we were 3-piece. So anyway, we eventually recorded this EP and released it. We weren't thinking it because I don't know. I honestly didn't expect anything. I didn't even know because I wasn't even in a band. This is I was 28, 29 at this. Maybe I was probably 29. Never done anything I didn't know what to expect. I only played a handful of 3 live shows or anything as well. And then it seemed like there was an interest, or at least there was people buying the EP, which was weird for a start.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that. And this was the MySpace days then as well. This is all
back in the day.
I know. Yeah. I am old. I mean, you're allowed to swear. I'm not allowed. No, I should have asked at the beginning.
No, you can swear. You can just swear.
Say whatever you want. Well, I mean, yeah.
Don't allow me back.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm old as fuck, is what I was going to say. So there's loads. I don't feel it, but I certainly know that I am. I won't deny it. So we was doing the MySpace stuff then. So anyway, I realised that there was a market for it, and that's where it all started from. God, that was a fucking long answer. But this is what you're going to have to do from this part. I was going to warn you from the outset, right? Even though I pretend, I'm antisocial, I don't like people, blah, blah, you cannot shut me up because I don't speak that, because I don't speak that often. So when I do, I don't stop, right? So I have no problem. I got no issue. Go, shh, a minute, and cut me off, right? Anytime you want to, crack on.
Okay, well, we won't cut you off because we love a long podcast, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
we love a long one. As long as we don't go over, 3 hours? Because it's...
3 hours is the limit.
We found the time limit on the size of the file, so...
You've got to curb me because there's every chance that I'll yap on mine as well. I am awful for it because I don't like silence either as a rule. So even though, because I'm quite shy as well, believe it or not, you have to, I don't like any silence, so I have to fill it in. Do you know what I mean? It's an absolute nightmare.
I'm like that with my wife.
Sure. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, she's like, will you just stop talking? You don't have to ask me that. Just. I'm like, yeah, but I don't like quiet.
I know it. No one understands it, do they? No one really understands it. But then you've got mental people, and I know you're not allowed to say that anymore. But I'm allowed. Well, I said it. That's because my drummer is mental, Tom. Can you understand this? He will sit and have a haircut and won't say a word.
I quite like the silence, to be honest.
You make me physically sick. I cannot.
It just feels awkward.
Do you think I want to talk? Do you think I want to talk when I'm having an haircut? I love nothing much. There's nothing more than to stay silent and enjoy it. But you're causing suffering for other people by your silence.
You know what I enjoy the most? If I'm in a taxi, I try and get away with saying as little as possible. And it almost feels really awkward at one point. But you know what? I try and leave it as long as possible.
No, I'm in the other camp where I'm trying to generate conversation, painfully trying to create conversation to the point where it's like, I can't believe I've just asked that. It's just horrendous conversation.
I'm fine with silence, so I'm the opposite to you two.
Do you think there's a part? Is it like you reach an awkward? Do you think Dan? If there's you said you reach an awkward part. But is it a question of just going over the hill and then you're okay for that awkward part? Do you think if me and Danny would have just reached that point of awkwardness, just, embrace it, do you think we'll recover and be able to live in silence then? Do you think is that possible?
It's a great question. I think we need to do some experiments on this.
Yeah, I didn't realise you was a qualified doctor.
I am, I'm a qualified doctor. For me, though, I quite like that awkwardness. So I'm bathing in the awkwardness. I'm absorbing it. I enjoy that.
Yeah, well, the polite thing to do is ask if the other person enjoys the awkwardness as well. That's the thing, don't you think?
Yeah, but
I'm not doing it for my benefit as well. I'm doing it for the other person's benefit as well.
That's an awkward...
You should be thinking of other people.
That's an awkward question to ask in the first place, isn't it? Do you mind this awkward silence or not? That's a weird question to ask, isn't it?
Well, you said you don't mind awkwardness anyway, so it should be right your way.
Oh, no, I'll be fine with it, yeah.
Well, let me know what he says.
Oh, right. Anyway, let's not leave any awkward silence now. Shall we move on to the dream band process, Danny?
Yeah, we're going to discuss Wait, what is this bit? I never do this bit. You do it. I'm taking over.
What are you on about?
The next step.
Okay. So first of all, we need to decide what you're going to be in this dream band. So what are you going to be playing? Guitar?
Yeah. I probably have to be lead guitar as well. Not for a legal reason, because I want to play rhythm guitar as well. So, because I'd be jealous anyway. Whichever way it was, I'd be envious of the other person. If I'm playing lead, I always want to play rhythm.
Yeah.
And because I do think, as we talked about earlier on, they both. In fact, rhythm's more important. Lead's a waste of time. Let's be honest, Danny. I know this is cheap from you and me, but ultimately, the world could easily do without lead guitar. The music, it wouldn't lose that much if it lost lead guitar, would it? Let's be brutally honest.
Unless it's Brian May.
Yeah, okay.
He's the one exception for me.
The one exception. You've just lost your job in Parallax Method with lead guitar, though. It's all lead guitar.
That's it. It's just drums and bass now.
To be fair.
It's an interesting one, Brian May. That's a very good pass. I mean, I hadn't thought about that one, you were right. I'll agree with that.
But I think he serves. For me personally, I think he serves a song, and he writes for the guitar solo. Almost becomes an integral part of the song because it's so catchy.
Yeah,
and it almost reflects what the vocals doing. So I think that's. I mean, he's why I got in guitar, to be honest. He's the reason.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I absolutely adore that guy. I think he's...
I think he's the best. I think that he's... I know he's underrated technically, I think, to be honest. I think that he's one of the cleanest players you'll ever listen to. I think that his vibrato is fantastic. I think his intonation is second to none.
Yeah.
You know, the I Want to Break Free solo, right? Firstly.
Yes. Yeah.
That is probably one of my favourite solos. I don't really listen to it that much, and I don't really appreciate it because it was so ubiquitous at the time growing up. I didn't really listen to it. But if you sit and listen to that solo, the tone, the tone is ridiculous. Right?
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 tone.
It completely undoes anything about like getting nice gear.
Yeah.
Because he just plugs into that old Vox with that makeshift guitar he made with his dad.
Yeah,
and it just sounds
plywood as well, right? Basically.
There's just no excuses when you listen to him.
No.
You don't blame his tools at all.
He's an amazing player. And like I said, I'll agree with that. But I think that all lead guitarists, in their own mind, including me, think their lead parts are indispensable to the song as well. Let's be perfectly honest about that.
I completely agree with you there.
Yeah.
As a bass player.
You should get another musician on, Danny.
Yeah.
Hey, come on.
I'm only kidding. Bass and drums are the most, like bass and drum in all seriousness, bass and drums I consider more important than guitar, if I'm being...
There we go.
But what do you call a man who hangs around with a band?
Here goes.
A bass player.
We all know the answer. Do you know what I mean? We all know the answer. Doesn't even need the answer. The answer itself.
Fuck off. I've been in 3 bands with you, so...
bass band. I just did that so we can put the sample in.
There you go.
Bass band.
The bass band. Oh yeah, I've had that in for a while.
So in this dream band, Darren, you can choose any guitar.
What's your dream
one of
instrument?
your own or...
Oh, you bastard.
It is a bastard.
It's a tough one.
But it's got to be... I said, but you know what? It'd be a guitar I didn't really want to play if I'm honest. I said I'd have to probably choose the Vigier 7-string. I don't enjoy playing it, but it's the most utilitarian. You know, this sounds the best to record with. It's got 7, you know, I need the 7th string.
Yeah.
I'd assume this is going to be a sort of similar band. It's probably going to be a like rock/metal band.
Yeah.
So I won the 7th string. Can I have one that I haven't got?
Yes. Yeah, pick one.
Yeah, that's actually... When I restricted myself to my own guitars.
It's the Dream Band podcast.
Yeah.
I know exactly.
It's about your dream.
I probably have my Charvel. I got a Charvel 7-string. I had a custom-made one. But I didn't, at the time, they didn't, when it was being built, I think I want to have this done about 5 years ago, something like that. They didn't have a 7-string no one's going to be interested in this, but they didn't have a 7-string go to bridge. And because anyone who used the Floyd Rose, I've got no time for Floyd Roses. I've grown up with having Floyd Roses. And I don't care if you own one. I know you've got a single cut. And you had a trem on yours. I know you had a trem on yours. But I bet you have got something with the Floyd Rose, and I guarantee it.
No, I had an Ibanez RG 550 EX in Galaxy Black, and that was the last guitar with a lock-in trem.
Same for me. That was I had a 570, and that was my last one with the lock-in trem, because they're just a nuisance, aren't they?
Yeah,
an absolute nuisance. Anyway, but so this Charvel, I'd probably go for mahogany body, maple cap, mahogany neck, 7-string with a go-to 7-string. Trem, reverse headstock. Because what I've discovered is that, well, it's obvious. I need just having the full length of that low B string running from top to the very end of that guitar.
Oh yeah.
Why I didn't think of that? Because I'm an idiot for not thinking of that. Because at the time, it really annoys me that I didn't have the reverse headstock on there. You can see that I'm genuinely still annoyed by it. And that's
very annoyed, yeah.
That's because I am annoyed, because I did the same thing just recently as well. I had this, I just can't, I hate myself. I'm just not thinking of it because I'm quite impulsive. And so I got an idea, I'm going to do it. I don't even think about it. So I ordered this, I got this LSL baritone tally as well that I just reordered, because I wanted it something to replace, because I had a PRS baritone, but, you know, an SE baritone 277.
Yeah.
27.7-inch scales. It's important for... see how off topic I've got? You only asked me what guitar I was going to use. See, do you know what I mean? Yeah. That was the point where you should have said, whoa. Get back on topic. Do you know what? I'm going back on topic. No, and forget that. Forget that little diversion, right? Charvel 7-string, mahogany body, maple cap, mahogany neck, locking tuners... probably have nail bomb bare knuckle in the bridge. Ooh. Not bothered about the neck and just something that complements the nail. I don't spend that much time on the bridge really. On the neck. You do. No, you were split. You were split lots of times. You were on your guitar. I know you split Kyle. I know.
Yeah, basically. It's quite a bright sounding guitar now, though, because I've put some.
But you were split. You were split there nearly throughout that gig. You wasn't on a full humbucker for most of that gig.
I hate to disagree, but it was.
Ooh.
Sick. Bridge on neck.
A lot of bridge work, but it kind of changes once I get up towards the 12th fret. It's neck. It kind of but it's never. Just whatever it's sounding like. I kind of adjust.
Very twangy for a single cut.
It is really, yeah.
Doesn't sound anything like a Les Paul, but that's a good thing for the way you were playing.
I just tried out some custom shops and they were god awful. They were just
the Gibson stuff.
Yeah, awful.
Oh, I got one by you.
Oh,
I got an R9. R8 with an R9 neck. Oh, it's lovely.
Is it? Well, I got told that you have to try a load of things to find a good one.
It's bollocks. The custom shop stuff is generally 9 times out of 10 it's great stuff.
Yeah.
But that wouldn't be any good for what you're doing. I think that single cut sounds really good.
Maybe it's just I'm just used to the single cut.
Nah, it sounds really good. It really cuts through. That's why I thought he was playing on split cogs. It really does cut through. It's not like those PRS single cuts. They can be really soupy on the neck pickup as well. Is there PRS pickups in it?
No, I took them out. I don't like the number 7s. Yeah,
because they are shit. They're the worst fucking pickups on the face of any PRS pickups now. Any single flavour of PRS pickups, they're all shit. And not that neck pickup. That's what I was going to say. I'd be surprised if it was a PRS neck pickup because it sounded good.
What's in it?
Because it's just mush.
They're bare knuckle.
Bare knuckle.
But they're boot camp.
Best pickups. They make the best humbuckers.
Yeah, really nice pickups.
Anyway, that's the guitar I'd have, Danny, is that Charvel 7, just for pure HSH configuration as well, because I do sometimes use... I do sometimes use the for recording rhythm and stuff on metal stuff. You're always on the bridge,
yeah.
But I always sort of like try and stick on the bridge pickup because I always think in my head that being on the neck pickup is cheating in a sense, right?
Yeah, it makes it easier.
It's too nice a sound, if you know what I mean. It's like you've got it's a weird thing, but Well, but it's not on yours though, because like I said, it sounded like it's almost single coil-esque on yours, but like they tend to sound quite like soupy, even, you know, just saturated a lot of times on high gain sounds, which is why I try and avoid them, because it's sort of like, I don't know, you lose a little bit of definition, I think. So that's why that's why I avoid it as a rule.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Fair play.
Right, dude, it's
not
time.
just one answer. That's just one answer.
I know.
That's a good answer, though.
It's a good answer. We enjoy the chat. Next up is time for the rules.
Time for the rules, baby.
We have some rules.
We've got 2 rules.
First rule is...
no current or past band members in the stream band.
And the second rule is you can't choose more than one member from the same band. So
I didn't know that rule. Hold on. I might get around it, though.
Well, we'll be decider of that. So you can't choose, for example, the entirety of...
Electric Light Orchestra.
Why would you?
I actually adore that band.
Oh,
I've been listening to it today. And Sweet as well. You like them?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. So many. Yeah. Not
for me.
Story. Very melodic.
Right, time for your next dream band member. And that is...
your dream drummer.
who are you picking?
So I got a couple of ones here. I wrote it down because I did my revision.
Oh, good. Do
you want the one I definitely is going to be my choice, or do you want me to tell you what I'm doing?
No, let's have your second choice first, and then we'll go for your actual choice second.
Do you know what? They're all my second choice, really, these ones.
Okay.
Because I thought Tim Alexander, I didn't know their names after. It was just going to say Primus drummer. The Primus drummer, Tim Alexander.
Oh,
it's ridiculous player. Just really interesting as well. Every time I never really appreciated his drumming until later on. Because I grew up in the 90s when Primus were emerging with John the Fisherman. That's where I discovered Aaron Banks Paul. But I think I was on holiday in America about 6 years ago. I thought I'll chuck some Primus on, and it's great fun. Obviously, the bass, the Les Claypool is just he couldn't be in my dream band because he's too unique, really. Anyway, Les Claypool can be in Primus or Les Claypool solo band. Really, he can't really. It's nothing else. But that's because I know this is. I'll talk about Les Claypool in the bass section part, I suppose.
Okay.
See. But yeah, so Primus drum. I love the Primus drum. Rage Against the Machine drum as well. I didn't know his name, but it was Brad Wilk.
Yep.
Oh yeah, he's got a good groove, hasn't he? He's
brilliant groove. Absolutely amazing groove. I really enjoy listening to Rage Against the Machine style. I feel like I don't know, just like I'm not driven by nostalgia, but I hate people who just I can't stand people who just listen to music in the era they grew, you know, that their formative years in their teens and their early 20s. Yeah. Those people annoy me, but I think that I'm not sure if I'm one of them or not. If you know what I mean, because
I have moments.
I've been listening to Limp Bizkit today all day. But in my defence, I never listened to them when I was growing up. Never listened to them. So I'm listening to bands that I never listened to now. Rage Against the Machine, I always listen to them. So yeah, I think he's an amazing drummer.
Yeah, he is.
Just for the groove reason, like you said, it's just. Can never underestimate that, can it really? Groove, that's the most important thing. Technical ability can go out the window as far as we've got the groove, because I love who's the Beastie Boys drummer. I love him. I think he's good. I can't remember who his name, but anyway, great drummer. Vinnie Colaiuta as well, just for the Frank Zappa stuff, although he does I know he plays for Sting as well. He plays for everybody, Vinnie Colaiuta. Chad Wackerman is the other drummer. Though he was in Zappa's band in the 80s,
strong name.
Even though he played with everyone. Played Alan Oldsworth for God knows how long. Although I can't say I've listened to much of Oldsworth stuff because I think you've got to have a degree.
We've listened to him recently. I think was he picked? He must have been picked. We listened to him recently. It was madness.
Yeah. It is madness, and it's like I don't get it, and it's not like I can. It's like a lot of modern jazz, I just don't get it. But that's not to say it's not. It's just to understand, if I'm honest. And we've all been through that with sort of music, where we've not appreciated something till later on in life.
Yeah.
So I'm always hesitant to say, no, what I dislike. Except with blues, that's always I'm never going to like that. And there's those exceptions to the rule, SRV and things like that. There's some exceptions to all those rules, obviously. The other one is the only other one is Thomas Hake from Meshuggah.
Meshuggah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I pronounced that correctly anyway.
Yeah.
Harkin.
Well,
I don't know.
yeah, I think I've heard other people pronouncing his name that way.
Yeah,
so,
I think that'll do. That'll do. But yeah.
Well, that is for pure technical ability in a sense.
Yeah.
He's a genius, but they're all geniuses in that band, really. I don't understand. It's one of those bands that I'm not going to delve into it too much. Every band you ever listen to, I think, growing up, you always think, why do I like that?
Yeah.
And you start studying it. And I think I've done it with one Meshuggah song. I think Demiurge. I think I started listening. I downloaded a patch for my Fractal.
Yeah.
Just for the 8th string out of Strandberg, and it was just what an insane sound in isolation. Just like this patch, like it's just this is ridiculous.
Or industrial.
Yeah, but like in the context of Meshuggah, I get it.
It works.
But that guy, it's amazing what he does on. It's amazing what he does on drums. But the guy that would be my in the Dream Band is just a guy you probably haven't even heard of him. His name is Joe Travers, and he plays. I first heard of him playing for the Mike Keneally Band because when I was back in about, I think I remember it specifically as being around the year 2000, where I just going through one of those phases where you think you've completed music and there's nothing else to listen to, and I remember being just worried, thinking, I don't like anything anymore. I don't like anything. But I need you, because this is back when like Napster was about, and there's like file sharing services, so you could still download anything at that time. And what I used to do, I used to download stuff, and if I liked it, I would buy the album.
Yeah,
truthfully. But I couldn't find anything, and I'd gone through everything. Even like I went through. I found Porcupine Tree on there. Funnily enough. I couldn't fucking stand him.
Oh, really?
I thought this is... honestly, I couldn't stand him. I didn't tell Gavin when I played with him for a bit. I didn't say anything like that, but I couldn't stand Porcupine Tree. And every time I listen to it, and this is not going to sort of endear me to any prog fans either. In fact, it's like if somebody got to keep a secret in a way. I don't like Porcupine Tree. I don't like Stephen Wilson. Like I don't like... I wouldn't listen to... I won't go too far.
No, do it. Go far. Do it.
I really dislike this. I do not understand that for the life of me. I don't understand it. And at the time when I first discovered Porcupine Tree, back in that 2000, I just didn't understand what they were. I didn't get it. Like, didn't understand what they were trying to do. It didn't make any... It seemed like sort of like metal light is how I describe it. But that was like... based on 2 tracks, and I haven't really listened to that. But all I know, the reason I know that I don't enjoy listening to Porcupine Tree is that if you leave things playing on like Tidal or Spotify, eventually it cycles into like songs you may think you like.
Yep.
Usually, as this background music in work or something, I let it go. But I've discovered, this is God's honest truth, that the only times that it piques my attention, grabs my attention...
in a negative way.
Yeah, it's like, what's this rubbish? Porcupine Tree? Every time. Or Stephen Wilson. Every single time.
Wow.
Without fail. And so I know it's genuinely not prejudice or anything like that. It's like every time that comes on, oh, God. Oh. So anyway, that'll be... I've never said that publicly. You're not allowed to say that. Really, you cannot say that in the prog world, that you do not like Stephen Wilson. Honestly, it's like going to church and just say, I don't believe in God.
It is like that, yeah. Fair play, though. Fair play.
So, yeah. So you promised me you've got no monthly listeners, haven't you, to these podcasts?
Yeah, Stephen's on next week.
Yes. Stephen Wilson will be joining us.
I'm sure that the news would be devastating to Stephen Wilson. Some random Welsh idiot from a shitty band doesn't like his music.
Stephen, Darran says he don't like you.
Is that the voice you're going to use?
That's the voice I'm going to use, yeah.
He's a Welsh accent as well.
Oh, I can't do one.
I don't encourage him.
But anyway, Joe Travers is that. So, like, that's the reason I mentioned them is because I eventually discovered Mike Keneally. I wonder who's this. I bought Mike Keneally's albums, and it's just like it was just a revelation. Because he did like it's indescribable. His music is in a sense. Like I don't know if I was in. I must have liked Zappa at the time.
Yeah.
But I remember watching Mike Keneally on. There's this thing called Zappa's Universe where they did. It was a DVD, like this not benefit show, but a show celebrating the music of Frank Zappa. And I remember watching him and just thinking, I find him really annoying. Like, here we go. This is another example. I just thought it really annoyed me his performance. Did I thought you were shit. Right, see, everything it's now it's black and white. You were shit or you were great. There's nothing ever in between. That's it. Anyway, so like I accidentally discovered Mike Keneally, and that's just like I started buying every album. I was just like just addicted to Mike Keneally music, and then I started seeing what musicians were involved in and then there was this. He did Live at the Baked Potato, like this Californian club that a lot of you probably even heard of it just because a lot of musicians that we like, the guitar virtuosos, a lot of them play there in LA. And I found out who was on their rhythm section. There was Joe Travers on drums, Brian Bella on bass, and there's another amazing guitarist called Rick Masalem, who was a rhythm guitarist, and Mike Keneally on guitar and keyboards. Joe is just, when we're talking about when he like playing for the song, right? These songs required really technical. There was lots of technical sections, but it was because it was in the same way as Zappa has technical sections. It was never like for virtuosic technical reasons for being able to perform a certain line on guitar. It was just that music had been constructed in their heads. Do you know what I mean? Like the way a composer would like, Stravinsky's stuff is crazy if you think about it, but that it's something that he heard and composed. He wasn't improvising on his piano, for instance.
No, yeah, totally.
So like, I realised that he could do the most adept technical passages, but he always sort of like, and Steve, like Mike Keneally had like sort of like pop sensibility as well, because one of his, as I discovered, he's a big XTC fan. So like they had a lot of pop sensibilities, and they were just like wonderful compositions, and like Joe welded it all together. And I later went on to see, like, do you remember Zappa play Zappa? Do you remember back when they were touring? Like, it was the Dweezil, playing Zappa's music. And I remember going to the Albert Hall and watching that, because, like, that was a massive deal for me, just going to see, because obviously Zappa was dead by the time I discovered him. Well, and to see them, and Joe Travers was on drums at that time.
Oh,
and it's
amazing.
Just a sensational drummer. And then I toured with like Mike Keneally. We actually arranged to do a tour with him in Europe in like 2014. So we got the tour. We went toured around Europe, around the UK. Did like about 2.5-3 week tour with him. So I like stayed in the van.
Quality.
So like Zappa is almost like a religion in amongst like Zappa fans, and like these were like Zappa aficionados as well. So like Mike played in the '88 band. Like for me, it's like it's difficult because I don't know who your heroes are. I suppose maybe then going around with Queen in the band with Queen, like or even like. The roadies of Queen, in a sense, it'd be intriguing. Band members who, like a keyboardist who played with Queen and just who toured with them. Just imagine, like, listening to the stories, like they've got.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm getting to listen to like people who've played with Frank Zappa and toured with Frank Zappa, and like Joe Travers is actually the vaultmeister, the custodian of old Zappa's vast archive of recordings, because he's the one who puts the DVDs together these days, and goes back through all the archives to put mixing and putting together all the live shows that are unheard of, because like Zappa's live shows just phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. But anyway, so I'm listening to them, like, and you're also listening to like old school stories of just how these musicians made it, like, because like today, we've got a luxury when it comes to being afforded, not necessarily opportunities, but sort of opportunities to learn and just learn from people. Like I had to learn from transcribing and things like that. But as you get older now, as you've seen, like everything's available. Everything's available, and that's why musicians are so. I'm not envious in any way. Well, I am envious in the sense of I don't know. Maybe I'm not, but I'm not jealous. Then the human beings learn by mimicking and by just seeing other humans do something. So you can see why the standard of musicians today is just far superior. But like these guys did it old school, like these musicians are just like their repertoire is unbelievable. Like Joe Travers, he lived in I think Boston. Travelled to Berkeley, went to Berkeley School of Music, did drums, and then when he was 22, and like obsessed with Zappa, he'd been obsessed with Zappa since, and he wanted to be part of the Zappa world, so he just like upped and moved. Like at 22, moved all the way across the other side of the country to live in Los Angeles, get a job in like Tower Records, and then just work his ass off, just like trying to get as many gigs as possible. He had headshots and a tape with his playing on and things like that. So he'd go around dropping it around the studios, just trying to get, just hustling. We haven't got an appreciation of that, I suppose, because like ours is like we send an email these days and things that. This is, and it's that's not. But it was different then, right? Whether it's harder, it's certainly more adventurous, I would say, then. I can't imagine like getting up and just living in a flat with somebody, just trying to make it in the music business in the 80s. Like. Yeah. And he eventually managed to get, because Mike was he'd sort of met Mike once or twice when he was growing up, and Mike was in Dweezil Zappa's band. And now Dweezil Zappa, I think this was, Zappa had basically given up touring. I think this is like 91, something like that. So he wasn't really doing anything. He was basically dying at that time. But Dweezil Zappa was doing stuff like he did an album called Confessions, which was it's quite a popular album. There's some incredible playing on there. You should listen to that. Nuno Betancourt produced that album, funny enough, as well. When Extreme were that was Extreme were massive at that time. It was like Pornography just after that. And anyway, so he was auditioning for a drummer, and Mike mentioned you should try Joe out. And this is like Joe's dream to be involved in like the Zappa universe, like really. And he managed to get he got an audition, right? So like he told me he met the band on Friday. So it was Mike, Scott Tunes was the bass player, and who's played in Zappa's band again, incredible bass player. And it was Mike there, Ahmet was the singer, and Dweezil on guitar. And they just finished recording an album called Shampoo Horn, all their mental names. But like, you should listen to this album. It's fucking mental. It's absolutely like the standard of like, it's like a lot of throwaway lyrics. They're really funny, but like the musicianship, it's unbelievable, mate. It's unbelievable. Yeah. Like, and anyway, so they give him this record on the Friday and say, all right, learn it for the Monday, right? So you had like 3 days to learn. And honestly, if you'd asked me to learn one song, it would have been. I would have been proud. Do you know what I mean?
I would not that pressure.
The entire. So he had the audition came around on Monday, and he was like, in this time, he was like, in his head, he was thinking, "This is your big shot. Yeah, this is it, like for you." In his own end, like because like you can imagine, like if this was me in his position, I'd be trying to play it down in my head just so I could just get through it. You wouldn't want to be putting pressure on yourself, would it? Really? But he said, "This is it. This is your one chance." Like, and like, I suppose in a sense, like there wasn't as many opportunities back then. There wasn't a ubiquity of bands back then. So like, and especially in that vein of music and the Zappa, that kind of music. So. Anyway, so he went to the audition on Monday, and he was the first drummer in, and he just flew through it to the point where all the rest of the drummers were asked to leave after he auditioned for it. Like, amazing! It's just like what a fucking incredible stuff. And so like he went on to that. He did that for a couple of years. He played with Duran Duran. He went touring the world with Duran Duran as the drummer then, and then he did the Zappa, and now he's like the most important job in Zappa world, which is like in being in control of the archive. So. Yeah, he's sort of like a hero in a sense, because like he's like his drumming, but like just his drumming, he's the most tasteful, technically adept drummer who plays for the song I've ever encountered. And I got a lot of that. There's a lot of great drummers out there, as we know. I've missed a lot, but like there's a lot to be said for a drummer who plays for the song as well as being able to play anything, and that's just Joe, and his story to back it up, as he's done. I just admire those kind of stories of people who just go for it, because it requires a hell of a lot of confidence. I just told you that in me as well. Like when I was 18, I didn't have the balls to go and pursue a dream, in a sense, at 18 and go and live in London. A lot of people did, but there was I don't regret it at all, because in fact, if anything, I made the right decision. But it still takes a lot of courage to do something like that. And I don't think a lot of people possess it. And certainly not a lot of people get the reward for doing it. And that's just, for me, it's like a really great story.
Well, thank you, dude. That was awesome.
Well, now he's in your dream band. Excellent choice.
Yes. He's joined you.
Fuck me, that's why it took so long.
No, it's a good story, dude. Have you got a rhythm guitar player in this band?
Me. I think I'm going to be lead, and I said lead. Who have I got rhythm? There's so many to choose from.
We could say second guitar. You can have two guitarists and one plays both. What you both play both?
Do you know what? It's an hard one. For metal, I'd have to, Dave Mustaine, right? Even though he's an arsehole. And he is. He is an arsehole. He is an arsehole. I interviewed him for Guitar Magazine once.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
How did that go?
All right, really. Is that because I always he was good. He was all right, and he wasn't an arsehole. He was a nice guy. But what I discovered, I always used to read. You read in article countless. Every time you read an interview with Dave Mustaine, he's yapping on about Metallica, isn't he?
He's whining about Metallica. whining,
right? And I'd always assumed it's just journalists.
Yeah.
Everyone. I just thought just journalists. Just asking him those questions because it must hits. That's all they want is hits and or a headline, blah blah, and that's guaranteed the one with Dave Mustaine.
Yeah.
So I wasn't interested in that because I actually I got a lot of time for Dave Mustaine as a guitar player. He's wrote something. He's an incredible guitar player.
Yeah,
he's incredible.
He is.
His riffs are unbelievable.
Yeah.
And the one thing that he doesn't get any credit, perhaps you might think he gets credit for, but you've got a lot of great guitar, a lot of great lead players over the years. But if you take one away the lead guitar and listen to what he's provided, what the sonic landscape he's provided them with underneath. It's wonderful. It's a dream to play over the changes and the parts that he's laid down for that solo guitar. It's unbelievable and quite unselfish in a weird way because he's not the lead guitarist for the most part, for hardly any of it. Thankfully, but he writes unbelievable riffs and he's an unbelievable rhythm player. So if it was metal, he'd have to be under consideration. Then I'd have to be out of him. Johnny Greenwood, I think he's sort of a hero these days. Really, again, it's not something I would have appreciated growing up. But just listen to his rhythm guitar parts and what he does. It's just incredible what Radiohead do. And he does the same with the band called The Smile he's in with Tom York, and I can't remember the name of the drummer in that. But his rhythm, he doesn't think like a guitar player in a sense. Yeah. Although he is a great, on the early stuff, his rhythm play, his rhythm playing is so tight. It is so unbelievably tight. It's chock full of feeling as well, and his tones are just fun. Really interesting tones he comes up with in parts. But he's he's a sort of inspiration in a sense because he comes up with stuff that isn't guitar-centric. It's done on guitar, but it's not guitar-centric, and it creates these really interesting, undulating guitar rhythm parts that you can just... screaming out for like melody and things.
Yeah.
And a lot of the entwining parts that him and Tom York does together, and Ed O'Brien, obviously, he's a massive influence. He is. And I was speaking to Guthrie once a couple of years ago, and I know that Guthrie thinks he's a genius as well.
Oh,
like that's coming from yeah. But anybody who's really, don't get me wrong, it's only something I've really appreciated in the last maybe like 5 years or something since I've been listening to Radiohead a bit more. I really think that he is a genius. He is a genius, and he's a massive influence. So he'd be under consideration. No, he obviously can't do metal. That's the only downside. Yeah. It's not going to be downside for him. It's just going to be downside. Rick Musalem as well, like the guy I told you about in the Mike Keneally band. And just, again, he used to come up with these, because really, when you got two guitarists, you have got the good sense not to have two guitarists. It's really difficult to write for two guitarists. Yeah. And the best ones, the best two guitar bands, perform on the second guitar, or either one, something that doesn't really make any sense in isolation, really.
Yeah.
Just little little two-note comping and things like that. It sounds easy, but it's really like Larry Carlton does it a lot on Steely Dan stuff, where it's just these little throwaway chordal licks and little lines that just pop in and out.
But if it wasn't there, it'd be missing. Yeah. It's like Coheed and Cambria. We like them, don't they, for that kind of thing?
Yeah.
And the sense of timing they have, to weave in and out of these things. I really don't really appreciate that as well. Yeah. Like these are until you start to transcribe these parts and listen to what they're doing, you realise, fuck, that's really hard. How did you come up with that for a start? You use your ears. Firstly, you use your ears to come up with that. So that's always, again, that's sort of anybody who plays for the song always sort of piques my interest. I always think, because they have to use, ears are the most important part of composition. I know that sounds obvious, but it isn't. When you play on guitar, usually they're stuck. You play what's familiar, don't they? Even when you're just jamming, you just play what's familiar. One's coming up with something, novel. But so his parts, I always really thought he was a wonderful player. But if my rhythm guitarist, probably, and I don't know if I'm allowed this. I should be allowed it because they're not in a band together anymore. Mike Keneally is his own band, really. So I think that I should be allowed it because the Mike Keneally band. Do you know what? Maybe you'll have to decide if I'm allowed it. It'd have to be Mike Keneally, but he's a rhythm guitarist for Devin Townsend as well. For God's sake, surely he's the. Yeah. I should be allowed Mike Keneally.
Well, the rule is if they've been in a band together. I mean,
if they have been in a band,
at any point. Look, dude, if it's who you're going with, we've had people who've chosen that, but what happens is during the evaluation process, post interview, there is normally a form of punishment.
There is decided at the time by us.
I didn't realise. I thought I read the fucking rules. It says we try to. You have to be in a band. This is so. I fucking read the rules somewhere. And I can't remember where I am now. I did read the fucking rules. That's why I didn't know that was a rule. Anyway, they weren't in the same band together. All the previous story I told you was bollocks. He was only in the Zappa band. In fact, they've been in fucking millions of bands together, really.
There you go.
Well, but Mike Keneally would be the if I have to create this band, this dream band that I want to perform music in, who else am I going to fucking have? It's going to have to be Mike Keneally. It's going, I'm taking this seriously. The reason you come up with that rule is because you obviously don't want someone to choose their favourite band and just plonk themselves in the middle of it. But that's not what I'm doing. Yeah. I'm evaluating both of these musicians separately, not because they were in the same band together, but they've contributed to other bands as well, because they're studio musicians, session musicians, first and foremost. They're session musicians. Mike Keneally, okay. Even he's a session musician as well, man. He would describe himself as a session musician, really, and a hired gun.
We will take this into consideration in the evaluation.
You seem like a man that is not afraid of a punishment. So
I'm not afraid of a punishment. I just don't think that. I think that I'm not trying to circumvent the rule. I'm trying to say I understand why you come up with the rule. That's fair, and I understand. But I'm not doing it for the reason you think I am. I'm not saying this is my favourite band, chuck me in it. I'm evaluating all of these bands for their contributions to a wide variety of bands.
We'll give you an example of what the punishments can be. One of them, someone named their band the Posthumous...
I can't remember.
Band of blah, blah, blah. We renamed it as the Posthumous. That was the punishment.
That was part of the punishment. So
the merch has...
I think you could take
pockets.
the punishment, to be honest, dude.
Oh, there's nothing you could do that would insult me. In fact, I challenge you to come up with something that I'll find offensive.
I'm gonna get you a haircut where you've got to stay silent.
Okay.
There we go.
That would be a punishment.
Okay,
So we're locking in Mike.
I'm saying nothing now. I understand your rules now. It's not a punishment, right? You have got me afraid.
Right. You won't be expecting it, but it will happen at some point.
So, okay. We're on to the next member. Your dream bass player.
Who are you picking?
Oh, you wouldn't believe this. It's saying, fucking hell. You could probably fucking guess.
Oh, it's someone else that's been in the same band as the other two.
Maybe.
Is it?
I thought you said you wasn't just plonking yourself in your dream band. That's exactly what you've done so far.
No, I think I'm a disgrace. I'll be honest with you. Okay, I'll give you my. I apologise before. All right, the answer was going to. Let me go through the
go through your list.
here. The Scott Tunes would have been one of them, just for his. He was the bass player for God knows how many years in Zappa. Just an incredible bass player, but an incredible arranger as well, because he used to arrange the classical pieces for the entire band.
Whoa.
Like the Stravinsky, everything, all the classical pieces. And he used to rehearse the band as well. Am I allowed to tell that story? Oh no, I wonder. Tell a story.
Oh, go for it.
Well, I think I can. Yeah, there was Scott Tunes was was the bass player in Mike Keneally in Frank Zappa band when they were touring in there's the 88 and 91 band, which is famous in folklore Zappa. It was an incredible band. I think that it was the best band, and you'd get millions of Zappa fans will argue who their best live band was. But this touring band was incredible. It was 3 or 4 horn players, 2 keyboard players, and Mike Keneally. You had Ike Willis on vocals, amazing vocalist Ray White, Chad Wackerman, and Zappa. It's just the greatest band ever. Honestly. And I urge you to listen to some of the live recordings, best band you never heard enough. Anyway, he was the bass player in it, but he used to rehearse the band as well, because Zappa was just on a live tour, you'd have to go and do press things, just wide variety of crap that you have to do if you're a touring act. And anyway, Scott Tunes would rehearse the band, and they didn't like being rehearsed. They didn't like. They didn't like Scott Tunes taking charge of this because he was a fucking bastard, by his own admission. He was a proper taskmaster. There's no fucking about. This is. They used to rehearse for 8 hours a day and things like that. This is serious stuff. And if you want to go listen to Zappa's and they wouldn't play the same set list, so they'd be rehearsing ridiculous songs all from memory. If you got a sight reader, it'd be fucking bad enough.
Yeah.
But they all started bitching and moaning behind Scott's back to Frank Zappa, to the point that he had to call a band meeting. And this was I think it was 1990 or 1991. He had to call a band meeting where he had everybody in the room, because they were all threatening to quit. They all trying to get rid of Scott basically, and just threatening to quit because they. But Scott, for Frank to put Scott in charge of something like that he's got to have confidence. He must have an extreme amount of confidence in him, and because Zappa's a perfectionist, to say the least. So he called this band meeting and said, which Mike Keneally was present in it as well, obviously, where he went to each band member. He said, right, okay, if Scott if I don't fire Scott News, will you quit? And they went, yeah. And he went to every band, will you quit? Yeah. Only Mike said no. And he said, okay, you're all fired. We quit, sacked them all.
Bloody hell.
The end of that.
Gone.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Don't fuck up with Zappa. You don't fuck about with Zappa. That's how much he valued Scott Tunes. Yeah. And you can you have to feel like Zappa's got countless stories about having to deal with music. We talked about dealing with musicians early on. That's on like a low level.
Yeah.
He was dealing with musicians on that, like orchestras sometimes. And like, what a fucking misery that must be. Just to have to deal with like 10 individuals in a sense, because like they're performing your music. It's not like a band in a sense, because Zappa wrote everything and just distributed parts. So you can imagine what a difficult job that must have been, trying to keep 10 musicians happy.
I can't believe that somebody would throw that opportunity away.
Might be.
Like, what?
Yeah.
You've got this amazing opportunity to play with one of the greatest musical minds of
history
of modern music, haven't you? And it's like
they were calling his bluff.
Yeah,
that's what they thought they were doing. Like because like he valued Scott Tunes, and he like Zappa rehearsed people hard because he wanted a certain standard.
Yeah.
He wanted a certain standard. And he performed, and like there was. Don't get me wrong. There was room everywhere for improvisation in Zappa stuff, and there was there was room for interpretation as well. You know, on the way that they accented certain things. He liked to bring the personalities out on the instruments, and that's what he's famous for. Like, because he'd think about the musicians he discovered and just whose careers he propelled. Like, you know, Vinnie Colaiuta, Chad Wackerman, Steve Vai, Adrian Bello. The list is endless with Zappa, because he made them into even greater musicians and seen what was special in them as well. So if he's asking Scott Tunes to take charge of that rehearsal, it's because he trusts him to do it, not because he wants to put a prick in charge or something like that. It's just so they called his bluff, and that was the fucking end of that. And like it was just. That was the end of that, and that was such a fucking massive shame as well, because that was the best. That, in my opinion, that was the best band of all time. I think that was the best live band of all time.
Have you chosen Scott then? Is that who you've picked?
No, he's a prick. No, he was someone I would consider just because. But he would, by his own admission, Scott knows he's hard work. But he's certainly a taskman. But it was him. Guy Pratt, I really like Guy Pratt's stuff. Like he did an album with Jimmy Nail back, believe it or not. Jimmy Nail back in, I think it was called Growing Up in Public, right? And I'd dare anybody to listen to that album and not enjoy the bass lines on it, because the bass lines are just spectacular on that album. I can still, I still sing them in my head now. I'm not going to sing them out loud because it's bass.
Do one.
No. But like the bass playing, like he wrote a lot of the songs on this album. Quite a lot of the songs, and it's a really good album. I know it's Jimmy Nail, right? But like, it's a really, really good album, and I always feel embarrassed to say, but you know what? I don't give a fuck anyway. I like the album. That's that.
You like what you like.
But like, the bass playing on that album, and you being a bassist, I think you should check that out anyway. Guy Pratt, he was in contention, but. Colin Greenwood is the other one as well, bass player. Just because he's fucking great groover. He's great groove, unbelievable, tight, and he really writes interesting bass lines as well. But the one I chose, you'd be surprised to learn, was hold on, the Aristocrats bass player, Ryan Balla.
Oh, he's amazing, isn't he? That's where I was introduced to Godsticks, actually.
Was it
remember
really?
us talking? It was at Birmingham. It was a show in Birmingham, I think. So we went out and went to watch Aristocrats, and then you guys were supporting Aristocrats. It was a night of full-on prog.
Bloody hell!
When was that? How long ago was that?
Yeah, this would have been. Would it have been like 2015?
I bet.
Does that sound about right?
Yeah, it probably does sound about. Were we a three-piece then?
It could have possibly been, yeah. I think it was the Los. Oh God, what was the album with like the Mexican animated computer game cover. That I think it was that album, that tour that we went to. I think
that's right. That would have been part of that. So yeah, I think we toured Europe with them at that time. That was like 2014, 2015. I think they came back to Birmingham for like 1 or 2 gigs. I'll come back to the UK for 1 or 2 gigs, including that one and maybe Manchester and London or something.
Yeah, I think it was there anyway. Yeah, great show. I remember seeing you on stage thinking, because I think around that time, I must have seen you in like some magazines or some like demo videos or something. Because I was like, oh no way, it's Darran on. I didn't realise he was in that band. Yeah,
I was doing guitarist videos. I think at the time, guitar demos. But I've always liked this. He played on. In full disclosure.
Not again.
Here we go.
I have to be honest, right? Because I'm an honest person.
We'll find out anyway.
Yeah.
I know you will. I discovered Brian Bella as part of the Mike Keneally.
Of course you did. Of course.
I know. It's fucking. I do apologise. I honestly thought I did read the rules. I genuinely did. But like, in all honesty, as well, genuinely, like this was when you talked about this dream band, I have really thought about it, and there is no one else. Like there is no one else. Like because like there are specific reasons why I want to, and it's got nothing to do with the fact that they played in the same band. It's because they've all played in all sorts of different bands, but they all bring the same qualities to these bands. And like Brian Bell is just ridiculous groove, really writes interesting parts as well.
Yeah.
I mean, he got really interesting melodies, and like not so much for the Aristocrat stuff. I wouldn't cite that if I'm being honest. I wouldn't cite that as being my favourite part. Is my favourite representation of his bass playing. Although there is some great stuff. Don't get me wrong. It's the stuff that he used to do with Mike Keneally. Is that because he'd always, and he played on my album as well, our album, Godsticks. Because I loved Brian Bella's playing. When our bass player left after that first EP, I needed a bass. I needed bass for the album, and I paid Brian Bella to do it. So he played on we did an EP, and then the first album, Spiral Vendetta, I paid him to play on that album. So I worked with him remotely, give him the tracks, and he played bass on that album.
Amazing.
Oh, quality.
Because I loved this. I've always been a fan of his bass playing, and he wasn't like, he can do technical stuff, but he's not known for that. He's not known for that kind of playing.
Yeah.
He's known for being just bang on. This time is ridiculous. His groove is brilliant, and he writes beautiful melodies as well. I really like his melodies, so that's the reason he's my bass player.
I like his use of effects as well.
Tasteful
effects. Yeah. Tasteful stuff. Yeah, great.
He's very, very tasteful. Yeah. He's very, very tasteful, and that's he would be in my dream band. Like I cannot lie.
Okay, so the punishment level I'd say it's increased ever so slightly. Because
I'd say it's doubled.
Yeah, but he's been honest. He's been honest and upfront with us.
Okay.
I have been honest. I haven't tried to sneak any part. I reckon I could have got away with Brian Bella.
You could have done. You probably could have done. Yeah.
We do dive quite deep though into
in the evaluation. We do.
You wouldn't have found that out. You wouldn't have found it out, and you know it. So don't try it on. You wouldn't have found it out.
Double the punishment. That's what I'm saying.
Right. Your dream vocalist.
Who are you picking?
You playing with fire.
Should I just come in straight with the one I want to go with?
Is it Frank Zappa?
Well, I mostly listen to female vocals. I prefer the female voices, right? Okay. So I prefer female voice, but I can't think of any female voices that I haven't encountered yet. I'm not saying they don't exist, because they probably do, like Spirit Box and things like that. I haven't really, but that's sort of different type of vocalist as well. Not what I'd be looking for, someone with power, but with a little bit of gruffness as well, if you know what I mean. I quite like so I'm not ruling out the female. In fact, I did put, believe it or not, it's disgraceful, but I love Dua Lipa's voice. I think Dua Lipa's voice is amazing.
That's not disgraceful.
It's got a great voice.
Good voice. Yeah.
I wonder if that'd be working. I can't see it working in a metal band, but like, his voice is ridiculous. The timbre, Oh, it's unbelievable. I really love her voice anyway. I know this isn't the right...
No, a good voice is a good voice. Her music's actually quite catchy, isn't it?
I really like it. I love pop. I really love pop music. I absolutely love it. I listen to Dua Lipa loads. I really enjoy it. So I'm embarrassed to say.
No,
let's all confess who we like. Let's all confess.
I like Faith Hill.
Oh,
yeah.
I think she's got an amazing voice.
I'll have a listen to her. I am really... what about you, Dan?
Well, I mainly listen to instrumental music, so post-rock, no vocalist involved.
Jesus Christ. It's the best melody instrument, the voice. It's the best... The both of you as bad as one another. Either both of you, what I guarantee you now is both of you will end up with a vocalist in your bands at one stage.
Well, I've already got a vocalist in my dream.
Oh, yeah. Don't you sing yourself sometimes, do you say?
Yeah.
What's that band called?
I'm not going to sing in my own dream band.
What's your band called?
It's Danny Beardsley. That's my solo stuff. But when we go out as a band, it's the Danny Beardsley.
The arrogance, isn't it?
I know, very arrogant.
I couldn't think of a name. So,
well, I started the Parallax Method. We started it together, so I was in the Parallax Method. So I was.
What's that? Parallax's surname or something, by any chance?
So, is that your surname, Danny?
Oh, yeah, maybe.
He wanted to call it the Danny Beardsley Project, but we didn't.
We were called True.
You had a bad name, really. Danny Beardsley. What's your name, Dan? What's your surname?
Hayes. No, I know. I would never use it as a band. Yeah. Unlike this
Danny Beardsley. Okay, we'll come back to that.
I could just use...
I got... Zach De La Roche as well. I quite like Zach De La Roche.
Yeah. Good.
But the one I choose, Mike Patton.
Mike Patton, yes.
Oh my God. Has he been?
He's been picked before. He's been picked before. It's a great choice.
He doesn't get picked often enough for me. He's class, isn't he?
Well, we've got that memory from Download. We saw Faith No More at Download, and it was the loudest headline. Slot ever, and we're walking back to the campsite, and it was like the stage was right next to us. Still,
I can still hear it now. 12 years later, I can still hear it.
Epic was playing, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Epic as we were walking away. We're getting blasted. Incredible though.
Amazing. Yeah, I've always loved his voice. He's probably vocally, I would imagine he's probably my biggest inspiration. Perhaps so. I used to love this album called. I always had like early Faith No More, like the real thing, because that was sort of came out again in my formative years when I was about 15 or something like that.
Yeah,
and it's novel then. I'm surprised you're dead. It's still one of the best metal songs ever. Anyway, still nothing that tops that. I still don't think anything tops that really.
Do you like Mr. Bungle as well then?
Yeah, I did used to like Mr. Bungle. California is probably one of my favourite albums. Yeah. I don't know if I could listen to it now, but that was on repeat constantly. And the first album I loved as well.
There's one that's really avant-garde, and I can't remember which one it is.
I know which one it is because I listened to it once. Yeah. And that was the end of it.
It was like, whoa.
No more.
No. I remember reading a review once when Mr. Bungle came out. They played a show in London. I remember reading a review in Kerrang magazine about that live show, and the review ended with bored musicians wanking off. That's how they described them. I always remembered that because it was fucking brutal. It was like a brutal review, bored musicians wanking off.
I mean, if it wasn't for Mr. Bungle, we wouldn't have bands like Limp Bizkit for one. Mm. I mean, some people might be happy about that, but they were like one of their biggest influences. I think Korn were heavily influenced by Mr. Bungle as well.
Probably, yeah.
Well, it's this insane music. It's like all right, think about it. Then who the fuck was Mr. Bungle influenced by? Do you know what I mean? It's like out of nowhere. It's like completely left field. All of it is. It's insane. That first album is. It's complete. I remember always listening to that first album. It doesn't make any sense. Even
it's probably Frank Zappa. It's probably influenced by Frank Zappa.
Yeah, you can see that route, can't you? A little bit there. Wow.
But I do like this, but there's some beautiful songs on California as well. Like the last album they did. I think that was their last album because it was a while back, California. Yeah. He's a great guitarist as well. I can't remember his name.
I think he's been picked by someone.
Yeah, I can't remember his name now.
Yeah, the guitarist from Mr. Bungle. He's a very creative player, isn't he?
He was the guitarist, I think, on King for a Day, Fool for a Lifetime as well, which is the other Faith No More album, when after, what was his name, left, the original guitarist. I can't remember his name.
The thing I really admire about Mike Patton is his ability to... his voice is just an instrument with no limits, tonally, range-wise, and you can go from that, like, really... It's like kind of like snarly, aggressive witch cackle kind of high register, doesn't he? And then he's got that really soulful low stuff as well. And it's
he can do crooning. He's a crooner as well. Yeah. It's every, like you said, from one extreme to another, and everything in between. It is completely like an instrument, but with his own unique style. And he's capable. He did an Italian album as well once.
I remember seeing some live stuff where he's singing some like almost like opera kind of stuff, and it's like
madness.
No way,
very versatile,
unreal,
crazy.
But he can do metal and he can do rock. He's the best rock singer. Like Chris Cornell, I quite like Chris Cornell and stuff, but that can get on your tits after a while, Chris Cornell.
The mid-range.
He doesn't get on my tits. He's my vocal.
Oh no, I know. He's still like Soundgarden are a massive influence on me. What I'm saying with Chris Cornell, if he's in that high register, 3 songs in, right? I guarantee you, 3 songs in that high register. I don't mean it's annoying. It just starts to irritate you a little bit until he brings it back down. But luckily, like Darran, his voice is he's probably got the greatest voice. Probably greatest male voice ever, really, but Chris Cornell. It was an hard choice between them two, but it's only because Mike Patton can do everything, and like I don't think Chris Cornell would do metal. I'm not sure if he could if he would do metal. Even though he's got like an incredible range, I don't think it'd suit metal.
No, you're right.
I think Cornell's mellow, lower, warmer register was his strongest. That was my favourite part of his voice, to be fair.
Yeah, well, there's a song, you will know it then. And do you know why? I only discovered it probably about 5-6 years ago, and it was released a long time ago. It was at Birds of Bones, that song. You bound to know.
Yeah.
For me, that is one of the most beautiful songs ever written, and it's just listening to that after he died. For instance, it's sort of like a window into his soul. It feels like, given that you've got with the backstory and stuff of what he suffered from. But the way he sings that song and the use, I don't know, they're such a strange band, Soundgarden. They're a massive influence on me, just because they're the ones I get the interest in time signatures from. It was never from prog music or anything like that. It was always from Soundgarden, because those songs just happen to be in odd times. Lots of you only have to analyse, and you think, "Fuck me, what's going on here? It's bizarre."
It's at the background, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not a main feature.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
But when you really, like you say,
when you listen,
hold on a minute, that's not
standard.
That's not 4/4.
Exactly.
A wonderful band. I know I haven't used any of their members. I know, I'm sorry. We won't know about that. That's why I've been true and honest and saying I've appraised each member for their contribution to what is my band, essentially.
Yes.
Okay, acknowledged. Right, are you having any more members?
Well, if I had Mike Keneally, he'd be on keyboards as well, on synth.
Doing keyboards as well then, yeah?
Yeah, I'd have Mike Keneally. That's what I mean. Like, he's just a perfect band member. Perfect, because if I had to have keyboards, it would generally be him anyway, because he's an amazing piano player. He rearranged do you remember he rearranged Steve Vai's works for solo piano? Did an album, Steve Vai.
No, I didn't hear that, no.
He's ridiculous piano player, and he'd be on, I'd have him on keyboards. He could double on guitar and keyboards.
Swiss Army man.
Yeah, I saw him with Devin, and he... I don't know. You see him standing there on stage. You're like, I can't believe that guy's standing there in front of me. Because he's done so much.
He's done everything.
He's
done everything.
Right. Let's summarise your choices.
Your dream band choices. Oh yeah. Okay, so if we're just going to shout out each member, each position, and you're going to let us know who's in each one, okay? So you are in this band?
Lead guitarist. Lead guitarist, sorry.
Lead guitarist, despite you saying that lead guitarists are pointless.
I think I've proven it with that choice.
Your dream drummer is?
Joe Travers.
Your dream bass player is?
Brian Balla.
Your dream rhythm guitarist and keyboardist is?
Mike Keneally.
And your dream vocalist is?
Mike Patton.
Awesome, dude.
Boom.
That's a good band.
It's a good band. Do you think this band will get on? Do you think there's any rogue members in this band that's going to cause some trouble?
Mike,
I think Mike Patton, obviously.
Mike Patton would probably cause trouble. It would be hard to impose your will on such a band like this, wouldn't it? Like I just said, it was my band, and already, come on, I'm relegated to 5th fucking spot, really, immediately. So, like, my info, I'd be kicked out pretty shortly, let's be honest. Unless I was bankrolling the entire thing.
Well, let's say you are bankrolling it, and you are kind of in charge, so they have to kind of do what you say, really.
You're the composer. All this stuff that you wrote.
Oh, yeah, all that stuff that you wrote, you can bring it to life with this band.
Guys, I've got this.
Honestly, the dream or no dream, they'd leave. Honestly, not even a dream could fulfill that. They'd have to leave. They wouldn't be capable.
Oh, amazing, dude. Right, fun bit now.
This is the difficult part. We're going to ask you to name the band. What you got?
Name your dream band, baby.
Oh, fuck. Do I have to think of that beforehand, did I?
Fuck it, he hasn't looked at these rules, has he?
No,
I fucking read the rules.
I'm sure it was on the email. It was on the email.
Do you know what I wouldn't name him? Do you know what I wouldn't fucking name him? Godsticks, that's for sure. I wouldn't name him. Fuck. Do you know I wouldn't name... Oh, fuck.
Oh, we love this bit.
I know.
Oh,
there we go.
What is it? Devil Branches.
7.
7?
Yeah.
7?
Yeah.
How many members are in the band?
Not 7.
Not 7. I'm calling it 7 because if I had a kid, I think I'd call it. I always planned on calling it 7 or something like that.
I like that. I love the film 7.
I'd go with 7. I'd go with 7 because you're better off just saying the first thing that pops into your head. Because if you think that I am, do you know what? I'm glad I didn't read the rules, right? I am glad because if you think I'm spending weeks of my life thinking up a band name, you got another thing coming. It takes months to come up with an album name, right? It took me 6 fucking months to come up with fucking Godsticks, and listen to that. So if you think I am wasting a single fucking solitary second of my time thinking up a band name, I'm glad I didn't read those rules, and you can add another punishment on that for all I give a fuck.
That's one more punishment coming up.
Thrice punishment.
There we go. Fair play, dude. Seven's pretty cool. It's like mysterious, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great film as well. Brad Pitt.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm sticking with that. You can't overthink it.
We can't actually do much with that name.
What's the box? Well, we can do something. It's T-shirt design, maybe. We'll talk about that.
It's your problem.
I like the name 7, though.
I do, actually.
I like it as a band name. I think it'll look good on a poster.
Yeah.
I think it'll look good.
It's just like we all... you've still got the time, Danny, right? You haven't... How many albums have your solo project done? How many albums have you done?
I'm currently recording my 3rd at the moment.
Is it too late then? You've released them under the Danny Beardsley band?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yes. I've used my own name.
You're stuck with it now then, really?
Yeah.
It's the same as like I'm stuck with Godsticks. I don't know. I wonder if any band really likes their name. I really don't. I really don't. But at the end of the day, a band name is what you make it at the end of the day, really. It doesn't really matter that much.
What is the best band name?
Best Metallica's pretty good, I think, as a band name.
Yeah, it is a pretty badass name, isn't it? Megadeth's wank.
Oh, that's shit.
That's a terrible name.
Good band names. I think they're all bad and they're all good in certain ways.
Do you know what? That's what I'm saying. They're good. The band name is what you make it. So it's like they could be the shit like a prefab fucking Sprout, for instance. How the fuck did that even come about? Like prefab Sprout, they were fairly successful. Depeche Mode.
Yeah.
Who came up with Depeche Mode? All band names are shit.
I think Guns N' Roses isn't bad.
But is that because they're a massive band?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
It is because they're a massive band.
Is,
Put it this way, had it not existed, are you naming your band Guns N' Roses? Say, are you? No, you ain't.
No, you just said that. I take it back. It's, yeah. What about Alien Ant Farm? That's a pretty cool name.
Yeah, but would you name your project Alien Ant Farm?
Soundgarden? Alice in Chains.
That's terrible when you think about it, Soundgarden.
Yeah, it is actually, isn't it?
It is quite bad.
Alice in Chains is a bad name.
Alice in Chains.
Mm-hmm.
But do you know what? Do you know the correlation between all those bands? They couldn't give a fuck what either of us think because they've had success. Slag off the name all you like. That's what they say.
You're right, though. The success makes the band name.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
It really does.
Yeah,
it really does.
yeah.
I'll have the shittest band name if I could sell as many records as I could. You can give me what you want. You can call me sex offender for all I care.
Fair play. I mean, one day, Danny, the Danny Beardsley, you might be all right.
One day that name could be yours.
I wonder where you were going with that.
One day you could be a sex offender.
Jesus Christ. I mean, if you type that into Google, look, hoping for that band,
I wouldn't dare type that. You'd be worried if there was a result in that search. That's what you should be concerned, wouldn't it?
Cool, dude. We're at the end of the podcast.
Dude, it's been an absolute pleasure. I've really enjoyed chatting.
Me too.
It's been good fun. Where can we find you on social media? How will our listeners find you in the world?
Don't look for me, look for the band name. That sounds terrible. Leave me alone. It's because I'm trying to avoid, do you know why? Just trying not, because I'll tell you why, because you set up a Facebook profile and then every fucker from your past just pops up with a friend request.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Go away. Somebody asked me the other day, do you want to, hey, Dad, remember me, blah, blah, yeah, fancy going for a pint? No. No, I don't. I haven't fucking seen you for 30 years. What do you think I'm going to fucking do? What do you think? Who wants to go and sit with someone after 30 fucking years and depressingly list what little they've accomplished in that time? Who wants to do that? Because that's what it is. It's a punishment, isn't it? It's just come back and tell me what you've made you like. Fuck all. Just berate me now. Berate me via email, please, that I've done nothing with my life, rather than sit me and make me confess it in front of it. Leave me alone.
You could just sit there in silence, though, and drink the pint.
Well, that's another horror. That's another horror.
Tap my head while you're there as well.
Is he a hairdresser?
So yeah, no, I've been. I stopped posting on Facebook now,
yeah,
but you can't delete it either, because then I can't delete my Facebook profile because it wouldn't allow me to nose at other people what other people are up to. Then that's why, because I'm a voyeur at the end of the day.
I don't exist on Facebook anymore. I deleted it completely.
So you deleted it, and you're just a voyeur. Basically.
Yeah, I'm voyeur on everything, and Instagram's because I got my own on Instagram, but I've sort of subtly, no one's going to notice anyway, but I've just subtly not just posted anything for about like a year and a half, 2 years, because like you can't, like, you make a vow. I made a vow. So, do you know what? I need to get into this. Go stop promoting stuff, blah blah. And then I realised just how much fucking work it is. Just having to come out with ideas, even just writing a little bit with your post. Fuck off. And it's because like I don't really like being insincere, as you can probably gather. I don't really like being insincere. And if I was sincere, that doesn't really come across very well without context.
You'd be writing the words "fuck off" on everything, wouldn't you? I think if you was being totally sincere.
Yeah, well, that's why I wouldn't really be abusing people. Really, I do like. Well, that's what everyone enjoys the most, doesn't it? Everyone loves being abused. Really, just being insulted. That's why. But you just got to work your way up to it. You can't go straight in. Hey, pricks.
You have to be known first before you can start berating people.
Exactly. Yeah. So no. But anyway, so Godsticks is the short answer. I'm on Instagram and Godsticks and the Godsticks music. So I wonder if someone taking Godsticks then.
Probably some Christian, Christian fundamentalist group.
Let's not go there.
What kind of search words are this?
I've really enjoyed your rants today, dude. Your rants have been impeccable.
Yeah, this
I
is
do apologise.
Now I could listen to them all day. I love it.
You're stop winding me up, innit? That's what I'm doing. Stop winding me up.
You're the one that's not following the rules. So
I know, I do apologise. I genuinely did read them, though, because there's nothing worse than people who don't prepare. I did read them, but everyone knows that I'm not very detail-orientated. And I did admit earlier on, I'm quite consistent that I'm quite impulsive, didn't I? So I read them and think, right, I got it. I always decided my fucking band, like, as soon as you said, oh, why didn't you come on this podcast? And I just said, the Mike Keneally Band! That's what I should have just said. I'd have been done.
Well, it's been great, dude, honestly.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, nice one. Great talking to Peter. We'll run into you again sometime.
Yeah, it'd be great to play some shows together again. So
Definitely.
really,
give us a shout. Keep in touch.
Yes, definitely.
Great message
And
on
what was I going to
Facebook.
send you? I was going to send you something, wasn't I?
Oh, yeah, he was.
When you listened back and edited, remind me what it was.
The Iranian pianist who plays like
Yes.
jazz.
Yes. Well done.
stuff.
I think we've had him brought up before, you know. I think someone's mentioned him before.
I think George might have mentioned him, you know.
It might have been George, yeah.
Potentially, yeah.
Definitely, I reckon. I'm not the only one who knows about him. I'll send you that link, and I'll send you the link to this Meshuggah type thing he played. It's amazing.
Cool, dude. Perfect. That sums you up well. Thanks, dude. It's been a pleasure.
Nice one.
It's been a
See you
pleasure,
both
dude.
later.
Yeah.
See you, dude.
Take care, dude.
Dude.
Way!
There he is.
Well, that was fun.
Fun episode, dude.
Darren, you broke every fucking rule.
Yeah, we'll get to that through the members as well, dude. But you know what? Mike Keneally is well, it's not a spoiler, but Mike Keneally is the first time listening to him. I love it.
I've not listened to his solo work. I'm only familiar with his work with Devin Townsend and Steve Vai.
It's incredible, dude.
It's unbelievable. Your eyes were like...
It was like eating a delicious meal.
Right, should we do our usual evaluation process?
Let's start the evaluation process, Dan.
Let's do it. So,
on drums,
we've got Joe Travers, not John Travis.
As you originally wrote.
Yeah, I was just tired today. From the Mike Keneally Band. So, listeners, let's just remember Mike Keneally. There's a common theme throughout this.
It's very much a common theme.
Right. So, we had to listen to Them Dolphins Is Smart from Bacon at the Potato.
The live album.
A live album. If that's live...
It was live.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like...
Are you claiming that it wasn't live?
No, I'm not
He's
claiming it wasn't live. I'm saying that was ridiculous to say it was live. I could only dream of playing that well live.
I'll never be able. I will never be capable of that power. So what are some of the words you wrote down, Danny? Let's go through your
We'll go for our list.
Spiel.
You described it as prog jazz.
Prog jazz, yeah. There's like
Prog jazz.
The bit we started on was like a jazz section, and then it descended into prog chaos.
Jazzy as fuck.
Yep, jazzy as fuck.
That's when we first started listening to the track.
You can't read your writing again, can you? I say a lot of things, Danny.
You said you feel like developing.
I didn't say that. That doesn't make any sense, does it?
I've missed the word out. You feel like you're developing epilepsy.
Oh yeah,
that's what you said. That's what you said.
I don't have epilepsy
because I changed pens halfway through.
But it started to feel like I was developing epilepsy. It was so frantic and crazy.
It was powerful. Clean cymbal work. Yeah, we're going to come out on the drums now.
On the drums, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, the hi-hat work was impeccable.
I put the word nice for the snare tone, but I think it deserves something better than that, really.
That's
pleasing.
Nice is not a good word, is it?
I used to get told off at school for using the word nice by Mrs. Graham, my English teacher.
Oh. Lovely story there.
Tempo Madness.
Tempo Madness. Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
It changed up, didn't it? And it got faster and...
You don't hear that a lot.
Well, no, but they're supreme musicians, aren't they?
Yeah.
So
it's because it's incredibly difficult to do, I imagine. I mean, the only time I mess around with tempo is if I'm out of time.
Yeah, same. If I can't play a particularly fast section, for example.
Yeah, oh shit, I fell behind. Now I need to run and catch up. Top class fill work.
Yep, agree. Completely agree.
It's just excellent placement.
Just an impeccable drummer. I can't really...
I think we're both going to go away and listen to that album probably in full.
All of Mike Keneally's albums, to be honest.
Yeah, I think I'm going to start there. That's what I'm going to do. And then we'll discuss at a later date.
Okay.
There's so much material to listen to, though, listeners. So much material.
It's endless.
But clearly, Darran...
Great taste.
Great taste. Who's going to be playing guitar in this band?
He is.
He's a wonderful guitar player.
What was the song we listened to? It had that really long solo at the end that's changed little styles and stuff.
It's called We Are Leaving from the album Faced with Rage. I really like his voice on this track. He's got great melodies and the production was lovely.
It was, yeah.
Really, really like open, lots of space, nice and dynamic. And I put the word nice again.
Oh, dude.
Excellent development throughout.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It started out quite...
Well, the song changed underneath the solo, didn't it?
That's right, yeah.
And you just got little bits out of it. But I thought, I can remember my own words this time, Danny. There was some like Coheed, Coheed, some catchy little bits in the lead guitar that like really
motifs,
and how it blended with the background guitars. Do you know what I mean? It had that vibe to it for me.
Yeah, lovely.
Really like listenable, earworm type guitar.
It's worth mentioning the bass player in it though.
Yeah, all of it.
A very good bass player.
Yeah, very good bass player.
Tasty lead line. And I really liked his vibrato and the tone worked really well for the track. And it was almost like the solo was in two pieces, wasn't it? So when the track changed, it like shifted up a gear.
It kept shifting, didn't it? It kept going where it needs to go to remain interesting. It was really good.
It's like, get hold of this, you bastard.
Have some more. Oh, you think that's my solo done? Here's a bit more.
I'm stepping it up a gear.
I'm force feeding it, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Darran playing with Joey, it's going to be a
great combo.
It's going to be banging. So on the other guitar, first rule break,
the first of many. Mike Keneally.
We've got Mike Keneally on guitar, and Mark. Let's just throw in at this point that he's going to be playing keys as well because we did discuss that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So he's like 2 rule breaks.
Yeah. We listened to a track called You Must Be This Tall, which I believe was the title track from that particular album.
It was, yeah.
Absolute madness, in the words of Dan Hayes. And you described it as a funhouse soundtrack.
Yeah, but like a demented funhouse, like where stuff, I suppose like an evil funhouse.
Yeah.
Where there's danger lurking around every corner. Like something's could just like lop your head off at any moment.
Well, you did say mad shit. That's what you also said that.
Yeah, it's absolute mental.
Wonderful arrangements, though. You know, their use of different layers and
it's a compliment to say something's mental in my world.
Dynamic and intriguing. That's what I put.
Oh, not nice this time. Not nice. No.
No, I didn't use the word nice. In fact, I haven't used the word nice for the rest of the notes, Daniel.
Well done. You've used it twice already, though. So.
Thank you, Mrs. Graham, for your guidance.
Yeah, you're a terrible teacher. You're still using the word nice now.
She also told me that I was easily distracted. I had potential, but I was easily distracted.
So I'd say that one of those points is correct. You are easily distracted.
Fuck all potential. Right. Right, next member.
I'm going to remain silent. Next member, Brian Bella.
There he is. Rule break number 145.
So he's done some work with Mike Keneally. He's done some.
And actually, Brian Bella has recorded on some of Godsticks as well.
Oh, of course. So they've
already worked together.
So what's that? 4 rule breaks already.
Yeah.
4 rule breaks. What amazing bass, dude. His tone.
It's supreme.
Just breaks up on the higher notes. Like, just in that gorgeous way it does.
I knew you'd like it.
Oof. Lots of slides. There's a slide in there somewhere. It's like, ooh.
Of the track, Pig's Day Off, it's called.
Yeah, there you go.
It's lovely.
Thank you for the reminder.
Supreme bass player, lines for days, never overplays, which is ridiculous because he does play a lot.
He plays a lot, but it fits the song, doesn't it?
Balanced throughout, but I meant that from like a tonal perspective because he's all over the neck like a bastard. And then I thought that he compliments Guthrie. Like, perfectly, I said.
Oh, we're seeing Guthrie soon as well.
We are seeing Guthrie.
Wonder if Brian... Oh, no, because there's a bass player there as well, isn't there?
Yeah. Shaz, is it? Or someone?
Something like that,
I don't remember his name.
It's not Brian Bella.
Because, like, trying to compliment such a... Well, I mean, Mark and Minima on drums as well. There's a lot going on, isn't there? And, like, being able to... I mean, they're a trio of doom, aren't they? The way they work together. Troom. The original name of the Baroness method. it was nowhere near the trio of doom level of the Aristocrats.
Do you think the Parallax Method have got close to the Aristocrats?
No, not one bit. I feel like we're a watered down poor man's version.
Yeah, I think that probably sticks.
I think it is. Let's be honest.
Apart from that first EP, I think that was probably the highlight, really. Especially the bass playing.
Oh. I'm going to just take a little snippet of this and send it to Ben. You can explain yourself.
I'm joking, of course. I'm going back on it already.
Yeah, anyway. Yeah, Brian Bella. What?
Supreme bass player. Great choice, but it is a complete rule break.
Well, we know it's going to blend.
It's going to blend because they've all played together before. It's completely against the rules, this band is.
Nice one, Darren. Right,
well done.
So on vocals, we've got Mike Patton, the only person that's not played with anyone in this band.
Well, I've not checked, so should I do a live check-in now, Danny?
You can do it now. I'll just talk about...
Do you want to keep the listeners engaged while I just have a little goog?
We picked out... there's too many tracks to listen to. And actually, I would have quite liked to have Ben Finch here because he is a huge fan of Mike Patton.
He is
all
indeed,
of his
yes.
projects. So he'd have probably been able to pick out some of his key tracks. I've listened to a lot of Faith No More this year. I've revisited
Have you?
Yeah, and Mr. Bungle is one... There's a couple of albums I like. There's one, I think it's self-titled. One of them's very avant-garde, and we talked about that in this episode. But we picked out a song purely by the name, by Mr. Bungle, Egg. And I thought it was very fun. Even with his kind of almost like 90s style rap.
Yeah.
He's still got that distinctive voice.
He's so versatile, dude. It's crazily versatile. He can do anything.
Yeah. He's a true vocalist, dude.
Whether it's like deep growls, whether it's like love song ballad-esque stuff, he can go anywhere and just like smash it.
There's no stopping him.
I've just checked as well. It's the first member that's not a rule break.
Okay. Right, we're all right. Incredible tonal range ability. And what I mean by that is he's got this... You just touched on the subject, how he's got this ability to use all these different tools, but it's the tonal shift between them all as well.
Yeah.
So he can make his voice like really warm in the lower register,
harsh,
but then it's like when he wants to get like really high. But I'm making it sound like shit, but he makes it sound so
seamless,
and it's like perfect. And he transitions between it all with ease. We did pick a song out purely based on the name from Faith No More.
Is that the Jizz one?
Jizzlobber.
That was a heavy song, wasn't it?
It's a heavy name.
So instead of the fun rap style of the previous one, this was more of a metal track, wasn't it?
Yeah. I've just bought... He transcends genres. Clearly, we picked out two tracks and he's sort of jumped.
He's a genre bender.
Yeah. He's basically ticked all the genres from HMV in those two songs.
There you go. A great choice.
All right, where do you put those bands in HMV?
Just in the bit where, just like the alphabet bit.
The Mike Patton area.
Yeah, Mike Patton area.
He's got his own area, hasn't he?
He's got his own random section.
Right. That's that then. We've evaluated.
Okay, what do we do next?
The name of the band.
What? 7.
This is normally the time when we start punishing.
What do you think the punishment should be?
I don't think we can do much with...
I think we should kick everyone else out of the band apart from Mike Patton and...
Can't do that. That's extreme.
No?
Yeah, well, I still want to hear this band. That's the problem. Well, I'm being selfish here.
Danny, you can.
What about if we design the T-shirt?
You can go and see this band. Just go and see Mike Keneally and they'll all be there.
Can we
they'll all be there.
The T-shirt is... You have to buy a T-shirt that has enough space for 7 people. So there's like 7 armholes.
Oh, okay.
14 armholes.
Or it's only in size 7XL.
It's just like a fucking tent.
Effectively, it's a human tent.
That's the only size available.
Have you seen the film 7?
Yeah, but I've not watched it for a long time.
I think we should have Mike Patton's head in a box on the T-shirt.
Okay. What about... I've just thought of something else. A punishment. Anyone who comes to the show, they are not allowed to enter the venue until they put on a size 7 bowling shoe.
A size 7? What if, I mean, you wouldn't be able to get a size 7 on, would you?
No, I think
I'd
have to cram.
Just about squeeze in, I would.
Speaking of bowling, did you see what happened to Ilkeston Bowling Alley?
Oh, yeah, someone
Jesus
tried to hit a strike, but with a car.
Google it. They went through the wall.
All the way to the other side of the bowling alley.
Across every lane.
Amazing. I'd love to know, like, what happened, what caused that to happen. Maybe
Well,
there'd be
he's probably on his fucking phone.
True crime podcast on that one, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how do you even... They must have drove straight on at those traffic lights. Straight through? I can't see any other way, really. Okay, so there's a few little theories there, Danny, for punishment. 7XL T-shirt.
Yep. I think it deserves another punishment as well.
Size 7 bowling shoe.
Yeah.
What, just one? It's like left foot.
Yep.
He's got to play a 7-string guitar.
Yep. What else can we throw in? He said we've got to
There's
challenge.
got to be lots of punishment, hasn't there?
Yeah. He didn't like the idea of awkward silence.
So
Whilst having a haircut.
Between songs, there's 7 minutes of awkward silence where he has to just stare at the crowd for 7 minutes.
He's not allowed to speak.
No guitar noise, nothing. Just 7 minutes of silence between every song. And they can only play a set list of 7 songs.
Yeah. And they have to come on stage at 7.
While the crowd are blown around in the wind from their size 7XL T-shirts. And like human parachutes.
The punishment, there is another supreme punishment.
Okay, you got another one.
Every show, there's only ever 7 people that come to watch.
Oh, no. That's the worst one yet, isn't it? Oh. I'm trying to think back at some of the shows that we've done in the past where there's been around 7 people. Oh, they're the worst ones, especially when you're looking at all 7 people, Danny, for 7 minutes in silence.
Yeah.
Can we get Mike Patton to lob some jizz at her as well?
What, at 7 people in the crowd?
No, 7 times at him as punishment.
Darren, you brought this on yourself.
Do you think that's punishment enough?
Yeah. What's on the T-shirt, though? Because we need to talk about whether you'd buy it or not.
I don't know, maybe like what's in the box, like the film 7, but inside the box is just the Mike Keneally band. Because that's all it is, isn't it? It's Mike Patton opening the box.
Yeah, Mike Patton holding the box.
Mike Patton holding the box, and inside the box, instead of... Is it Gwyneth Paltrow's head? Sorry for the spoiler there. It's just the Mike Keneally band. Supreme rule breaker.
Yeah. Would you buy that T-shirt?
Daddy, would you buy a T-shirt? Daddy, would you buy a T-shirt? Daddy, would you buy a T-shirt? Put your money where your mouth is. Daddy, would you buy a T-shirt? Daddy, would you buy a T-shirt? Daddy, would you buy a T-shirt? Put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah.
Yeah. In a 7XL.
Well, that's the only one. That's the only size I do. To be fair, that's the only size that will fit me.
Fuck no. Give over.
Would you buy a T-shirt?
Yeah, I wouldn't buy this T-shirt.
I mean, I'm sorry, if someone sold me that T-shirt at 7XL, I'm buying it, dude. Wearing it as a nightie.
Would you go and see that band?
Now, where are we seeing this band?
Well, let's bear in mind that there'd only be 5 tickets left after we bought our
2
tickets.
of them.
Yeah.
We should be on the guest list, really, as well, you know.
Yeah.
For putting up with this rule break band process. It's got to be a small venue, hasn't it? Sitwell Tavern.
No. What about a biscuit and brew?
Yeah, let's take this
Downstairs.
This band downstairs in Biscuit and Brew. There we go. That's where we're doing it. Amazing, dude.
That's it.
That's it. That is the end of the pod.
I thoroughly enjoyed that. Thanks for coming on, Darren.
The end of the pod forever. You've killed the process now. You've killed the concept. Thank you, Darren. Cheers for that. You broke every rule in the book.
Well, we punished him 7 times.
We probably have punished him 7 times, to be fair. You know what, though? I feel like he still deserves more, but...
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to leave it.
All right, dude. Well, thanks to our listeners.
Thank you, listeners. Give us a 5-star review, give us a like and a follow and all that jazz across Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, wherever else you get your podcasts.
Give us a share.
Oh,
there's a share sample.
Look, give us a share. We should do that one more often then, shouldn't we? Cut that a little bit out, but do it again.
Give us a share.
Do you believe in that? Laugh after love.
Yes. Well, until next time.
Where do we find Darran? Where can you find Darran first? Godsticks. Search for them.
Search for Godsticks on all social platforms.
Available everywhere. Thank you for listening.
Until next time. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye.
We're so sorry to see you go, but thanks for tuning into the show. Hold back your tears as we bid you farewell. If you love what you hear, subscribe and give us a follow. This is farewell. We bid you farewell. If you love what you hear, subscribe and give us a follow. This is farewell. We bid you farewell. If you love what you hear, subscribe and give us a follow. This is farewell. We bid you farewell. If you like what you hear, subscribe and give us a follow.